Yeah, go ahead.
So, hello to the next mission of Lancer. We got a new pilot today. The player's name Rafferty, and our group of Lancers is on flight to the planet of Struxovai. And while you are on flight, Rafferty, please introduce your character.
Yes, I am playing Call Sign Crusader, which, let me see, I have a character sheet. Yes, Yuliana Pirogova. After being in the Demiurge Seminary and studying to become a priestess, I lost all patience with the cruelty that is in this world, and I realized that we were not put upon this earth to hold back our strength to avoid giving mercy to those who need it and justice to those who deserve it. So I enrolled and became a Lancer.
Yeah. So,
and I'll be piloting a Paladin, which is a customized Everest.
great. So, our group is en route to the planet of Struxovai 4, which is known for its very cold winters, very icy, its deadly megafauna, and there has been a war between two factions on it for some years, between the country of Bliecrea and the Alliance of Hope. Yes, they named themselves very admirably. So, you were enlisted by the Alliance of Hope to hopefully win the war for them. And to achieve this, you are now landing in their military camp. And I will, which is somewhere around here in the south. Oh, you see it? No, you don't see it. Of
you
course,
gotta
I
take
have
us
to
to the
switch.
page.
Yes, I always forget that I have to switch use you too, not only myself. So here in the south, yours is your camp. And it's a little bit windy, so some snow is in the air, but the locals call it a good day. It's only minus 20 degrees Celsius, which some of you might find exceedingly cold. Others might feel a little bit more at home. And when after you land, some guy greets you and says just follow him, and he leads you to the central tent where a certain, let me see, my name is a certain Colonel Apollox greets you. So you must be the Lancers.
Yep, as ordered from Mirror Smoke.
Yeah. He looks at you disapprovingly. Please follow me to the general. And in the middle of the tent there is a table with the strategic map I already put in front of you, and several people standing around and looking at exactly this map and making some plans and such. So, General, I introduce to you the mercenaries. The general looks up to you. So, yes, hello, finally. We waited a long time for your help. I hope your flight has been pleasant.
Not many pirates in the sector, so everything went smoothly.
Yeah, that's great to hear. We haven't got much time on our hands, so let's get right to business. As you see on this map, our front lines are drawing very close, and Bliecrea will launch an attack in short order. We estimate in about 12 days, or maybe 13, according to our intel. And if everything goes according to their plan, they will win. Sadly, I have to admit that. That's where you come in. He points to somewhere in the north. Do you see where I ping?
Yes, all the way up there at the mountain.
Yes, exactly. So my analysts have come up with the plan that if you destroy this power routing facility, that it will put a major disturbance into Blekria's war effort, because comms will go down, their repair facilities won't work, and because cities will be affected too, there will be a major chaos. And hopefully this is enough to give us the edge. So your job is to walk there, overpower all the lines so that not only this facility gets out of order, but also others surrounding it. And then after you overpower the lines, destroying it so they have a hard time repairing it. And then bug out.
So we only have to get all the way to the back lines and then take it out. And then exfiltrate ourselves, I suppose. How far is that? So we have these hexes. Currently it's in 3-meter increments, so that's probably not to scale.
No, I don't know how to switch this hexes. Every hex represents a base distance of about 2 hours. It can get lower according to environmental circumstances. So by that I mean, if there's a blizzard raging, you might need more than 2 hours for X. Also, if you scale the mountains, it will also take you some additional time. Struxawai has 20-hour days, and you basically got 12 days starting tomorrow morning. So, yeah. You
12
have
days to neutralize a target.
Yes.
Okay.
And oh, that's a very good point. Please don't do it early. If you get there early, wait for the 12th day. It must be on that exact day.
So we have to neutralize it on the 12th day
Yes.
and avoid contact and discovery before then.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be very wise.
So this blue base next to Odovus.
Let's see. The minimum distance, if we just went in a straight line, is 104 hours, and with 12 days, we have 288 hours.
Yeah, but you have to also factor in sleep at some point.
Well, because we're traveling in the mechs. That is good to know.
Yes.
Well,
So
what intel do we have about like this space right here?
Okay. The train looks at you. So the strategic goal is clear, and all your further questions are tactical. Am I right?
Technical?
Tactical.
Tactical.
Oh, tactical. Yes, definitely, because I'm curious about what's going to shoot at us.
Yes. The train looks at the colonel, and the colonel looks at some other guy at the table, Captain Maeve, and Captain Maeve introduces herself and says, "Hello, I will be your handling officer and will be responsible for all the tactical points." So all the little blue bases you see are bases of the enemies. The scale is roughly according to strength. So, and along the mountain bridges, there are anti-air installations everywhere, because in the plane of blizzards, you have heard of our deadly megafauna. They are huge flying lizards, and in our history, we have developed ways of shooting them down and keeping them out of our countries. So there are anti-air all the way. because the enemies suspect that we will try something, there are patrols along the mountains. The farther south you get, the heavier the patrols are. We suspect that more in the north, these patrols would get lighter, but of course we don't know. And because of our very good anti-air and the frequent storms, we don't really have an air force. Nobody has an air force on this planet.
Okay,
Because-
so where will we be dropping?
Yes.
We're on the southern line, basically, right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
will-
right, that's what I thought. So
Yeah,
we don't
but-
actually have a choice. We will be deploying somewhere south of the blue line.
yeah, you will be deploying here in the woods.
Excellent.
Right.
All right. But after that, there's no cover, which explains why we're dropping us off here.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But in this, you may wonder why nobody has any troops in this woods. There's also deadly fauna, wampas. They are like 3-meter big snowmen and nothing to choke at. So you can walk through them and expect no enemies to find you. But once you are in the plains, it's your choice if you range the mountains. The mountains will give you protection against the flying lizards, but you might be spotted. If you travel the plains, no enemy will spot you because nobody in their right mind uses this place. And also, there's the chance of blizzards. I admit we are not the most creative on our planet, but there are frequent storms there, so they might bog you down. But this is the shortest route, so this is your choice.
Right. Shortest and quietest.
But it sounds to me like we can get there in about, would you say 108 hours?
Right. So about a
Okay.
third of our designated time.
Yeah.
Assuming
Third of our designated time would be traveling.
okay, so we have to be there in 336 hours. And
Well, I mean, that's assuming like we just only moved, but we didn't sleep, rest, or anything.
right.
If we did all the above, then we would get there maybe around the 12th day.
right. So assuming no, actually, we have 336 hours to get there, assuming that we rest.
288.
Yeah, well, I get 224, but
No, 20 hours. 20-hour days here.
that's good
Oh,
to know.
I thought that was referring only to the amount of daylight.
No,
Okay.
it's the rotation of this planet is differently. You've got about 9
Mhm.
hours of daylight.
Okay.
It's a younger planet. It's got megafauna. They usually tend to spin faster. Okay, so we have 280, and assuming that. Wow. Okay, so 280. Yeah, 280 hours. So we get there. I'm sorry. What was your estimate per 108 hours? That was your estimate.
Right. If we went in a straight line.
Right, 108 ideally, and then, but then we have to add on to that. We need to add on to that a third for rest. Yeah, about 150 hours if we were compensating for rest. So yeah, so actually I think we can get there way ahead of time. So we could be slow and take our time since they don't want us to actually deploy. Plus also, how long does it take to cross a single hex?
A single
I
hex
think
is-
it was clarified as 2 hours.
2 hours. So if we wanted to be deployed at a specific time on a specific day, target is here. We could be, 5 or 6 we could be at the base of one of these ridges and get there in half a day if we have to do like a forced march. Because this area is going to be monitored. I'm assuming this tree is here because this is a heavily forested area.
Yeah, it's a forested area. Yes.
On the one hand, that seems to be ideal for the cover. On the other hand, I'm worried there are 2 military bases on either side of it, and that's probably got extra patrols. I think with given the time window, it would make more sense to try and go this far up here. Well, no, then we're closer to LaBelle, which is actually a bigger military base. Zero, do you have opinions on this?
Oh, about Libelle, the whole plane you see, it's a fortified port, so there are mostly ships which can't go out during the winter. But of course, there are not only ships.
Right, but it's both a civilian and military target and heavily defended.
Yes.
That's why I assume that the picture is bigger. So yeah, so taking this route means no cover and a faster response from LaBelle or Labella. So this route it would seem to me like the ideally would be to break cover on the plane, land here, and do not stop until we get to the target.
Right. The only alternative really here would be to go through the populated segment, and undoubtedly they do have a lot of guard posts there, and they would probably be aware of any of our movement through there.
Well,
unless there was some other measure of avoiding their patrols, this seems like the only option.
It depends on how stealthy we are. How stealthy are you?
Not incredibly.
No, but how mobile are you?
Fairly mobile. It
Right.
shouldn't be too much of a problem going up and down the cliff face.
Right. That strikes me as that since we have a mobility advantage, it would make more sense to travel over the plains. Plus, also, if we have any altercations with the megafauna, they're not going to call and report back to base. So
Right.
if we're reasonably quiet, most of my weapons are kinetic. What about yours?
I have a few energy weapons.
Okay, but nothing explosive, right?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, we've got low-grade weapons. We don't have very high signatures. And I'm assuming satellite is not an issue, otherwise we wouldn't even be talking. So, did we lose somebody? Did we lose Ark?
Yes, we've lost Arcloid.
Sad, we've lost Ark. Okay.
He's in
Hopefully they'll
reboot.
find a way to reconnect, but...
Okay, and
I guess you've sort of introduced what your character is. I guess we should go ahead and introduce the rest of them too, since you haven't been aware of who we are, and Theta's playing a new character.
I usually don't bother learning people's names. It just makes things inconvenient when you attend their funerals.
Right. So you're a very overzealous crusader. I'm playing Zero, a very young-looking commander. What are you playing as, Theta?
Real quick before we do that, you're picking up some background noise, Raph. Every so often, like when Griff talks, or I just heard myself just now, I hear myself coming through your mic.
Man, that's a bummer. I think it's the microphone. So much for Turtle Beach.
For me, you're coming through clear. But Theta, could you please enunciate?
I can try.
Thank you.
Back to the talking slowly, to be understood like a traveling American. Anyways, I am Lesser. I appear as a very lithe woman. I have a triple scar going across my face. I appear to be covered in a, the word has escaped me, glow-in-the-dark type tattoo. I am adorned in a number of circuitry and electronics styled jewelry. I appear to have resting bitch face. And I have been silent throughout your entire proceedings. I imagine I have not attempted to introduce myself, and additionally, I disagree. Not knowing someone's name at the funeral you're attending is very bad.
So, which one of us is the senior officer?
Zero.
Right. Cobra and I survived the last mission, And
All right.
I'm theoretically in charge, but that's by no means actual hierarchy.
Well, it would make me feel better if I knew who the executive officer was, who is in charge of the ground operation.
Then I suppose I'll take responsibility.
All right, then you're the executive officer. You report to our field commander, who's over there, and you tell us what to do, and then we execute it.
Let's see. So looking at this map then, Teal-chan.
Maybe interject. I have some additional information. You see the
Okay.
base right next to the facility?
Mhm.
Yes.
There are some elite guards hosted there. So their strongest infantry is on close call, so to say. So if you act fast around that area. And also, most of the patrols will consist either of pure infantry or of mostly infantry. So you got some hours on your hands to prepare and change your max equipment if you want to. So you might keep that in mind.
Okay.
Just I know it's only been like 10 minutes since you last said this, but I already need a reminder. What is there that we need to do?
We need to neutralize the facility. So, what is the facility, and how do we neutralize
Well,
it?
why does it have to be on the 12th day?
The captain Marve looks at another captain, the Captain Drake. Yes, I'm Captain Drake, the analyst. This is an electrical transformation station. I don't know how good your electronic skills are, but every transformation station has protection against overload. And if you disable that protection and overload the lines to the next facilities, they will be damaged. And my team's analysts have determined that about 50% of their energy flows through that single station. So if you destroy it, they will lose power. By that, their communication will get scrambled, their repair facilities will be shut down. And we have calculated that most likely their backups won't be fully functional because during wartime stuff like this doesn't get tested and fuel gets forgot to be refueled and such. And this will open a window of opportunity for us, select few days where we have our full capacity, but the enemy doesn't and will be in disarray because of trampled communications.
So
Right, so
you're coordinating an entire frontline blitzkrieg on a certain date and time that we need to follow through on.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a standard military operation. So we have to neutralize the power relay when we get there. Okay, so I am kitted out for anti-material first and anti-personnel second. Zero, what is your loadout?
Let's see. I gotta double check myself real quick. I have a thermal lance, charge blade, and assault rifle. The thermal lance should deal with a large swath of infantry fairly easily.
So you're anti-personnel all the way.
More or less, I suppose.
Okay.
I will
Lesser. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
AFK for a short second.
Okay.
Continue discussing loadouts. I will be back.
Okay.
Lesser, what is your loadout?
Primarily kinetic. I am also able to mess with computer systems fairly well.
Okay, so you're on ECM, but when you say kinetic, are you armed with assault rifles, anti-material? What are you armed with?
Nexus weapons, assault rifles, mainly just kinetic weaponry.
Okay, the assault rifle, I'm filing the assault rifle under anti-personnel because it's rapid fire and does a fair amount of damage. But if we confront armored vehicles,
Well,
it might have
mostly
some
that it's
resistance.
reliable damage, so even if it misses, it does damage.
Right. And
Right.
Lesser, if I remember correctly, you said you also were going to be bringing some grenades or hex charges.
Hex charges, which are grenades or mines, depending on how you want to use them.
Okay, so you're bringing high explosives. Okay. I don't know what Arcloid's call sign is.
Cobra.
What?
Cobra.
Cobra. Excellent. So, Cobra, what is your loadout?
A heavy charge blade, a charge blade, and an automatic shotgun.
So you are definitely anti-personnel. Okay, so all right, well that seems to make the most sense because the base is supposedly will be dealing with megafauna first and infantry second. So close quarters and anti-personnel weapons would seem ideal against the opponents that we'll be fighting, which will be large, meaty things or numerous small, meaty things. So I think that's good, especially if we have to get in, neutralize the target, and then get back out.
The most complicated thing we're going to have to do is figure out how to disable the facility and make it crash, but we should be able to find enough things to dish out enough damage to take it down.
Well, it's a power station, so I'm assuming that Lesser is our intel expert. Is that correct?
On the ground, I am great at stealth. In my mech, I am good at, as you described, ECM.
Okay, so you also have like what detection? Because I'm assuming that when we detect stuff, we make system rolls, right, to look for things.
Your mech has a sensor range on it.
Right, but
Right.
the roll
You can
to
also
detect it would be the SYS stat, right?
no.
Right.
Oh,
No, you
and in
have
a
a,
real
you have a
sense,
tech
if
skill
I
stat,
could-
but
If I could get to a console in there and maybe mess with it, I could maybe hack the system and just tell it to shut down or do something explosive.
right.
what you're
Also-
asking, Raph, is the a scan action, which is basically just taking action economy to learn stuff. But it has to be
Right.
in your sensor range.
Do you make a roll for that, or it just happens?
It just happens. You ask the question to the GM.
Okay, so any of us could detect the power relay because it would be, if it's in our sensor range, we will be able to detect the large amounts of electromagnetic and thermal energy coming from a certain source.
Tilchan.
Okay, I'm not exactly getting what you're hinting at. You will see this facility. So,
Yeah, a power relay station's a big deal, guys. It's like a bunch of step-up transformers.
Oh yeah. So I do have a question about sort of like the disposition of like the entire cliff face, because there's a few bases. Like, how far do they range? How far do they like observe? And you said that there's anti-air weaponry like all along it. How on the ball are they? Are they in every single hex? What would we have to deal with if we wanted to just say like cut corners and hop the wall every now and then?
oh, so yeah, one hex equals about roughly 10 kilometers. So as you can see, the farther away you get from one of the bigger bases, the safer you are. The anti-air weaponry has a range of maybe 50 kilometers or so, but of course it's aimed at the air, and because it's atop the hill, you can, if you are close enough, you can actually sneak down below because it's against the megafauna, against the lizards. But in between the anti-air stations, there will be patrols, and yeah, you could, in the mountains, you could walk past right them or right into them, depending on your luck.
Okay. So observing it, there's not a lot of open territory that they wouldn't immediately be observing. And it looks like for the slopes, I think this hex right here is the only one in between these two that is far enough from them that it would not be observed by them.
Yeah, how big is a hex again?
We've been going with 10 kilometers and or 2 hours of travel.
Okay, so 10 kilometers. Yeah, so yeah, these are all basically within, unless this planet's very tiny, these are within like easily line of sight of each other. So
Yeah,
Right, and as soon as we hop down off the cliff, we would be within the relative radius of the base closest to our target, that they would be aware of us, or have the possibility of being aware of
We could
us.
possibly get here being hulled down unless they have detectors around here. And if they have detectors around here,
They are just far enough that there is a small space for us to stay in that they shouldn't be observing.
well, what would happen is if they did spot us after we got out of here, each one of these hexes takes 2 hours to cross. So what would happen is if we deployed here, we would start moving towards this. We would be intercepted right about the edge of the tree cover. These guys would probably want to lure us out of the tree cover to get us. So this would probably be the killing field here if we're detected. That's why I'm suggesting that the thing we really want is we want to deploy here and move as quickly as possible because we'll be getting fire from 3 different locations.
Right, so once we reach the cliff, we should probably rest and then barrel straight in as quickly as we can.
It might also make more sense to try and hide here if we think that's possible and wait to deploy, because that way we can get to the edge of the tree and go to here, because if we break this wall and try to deploy, we'll get pinchers from 3 different sides. If
Right, but at the
if
same
this is the
time,
power
as soon
relay-
as we enter the woods, there's the possibility.
right, well, that's the question. I would suggest that we try to get to the edge of the woods to evade detection, and once we get there, I guess check our schedule to see what we have to do.
Agreed.
We're gonna have to bring provisions too.
Captain, maybe it tries to interject again about the hiding stuff. If you're fast enough along the base of the cliffs, there are frequent caves. You could use them to hide in, but be aware in some of these caves there are big spiders, so nobody uses these caves, and nobody will be looking in these caves because it's not the best idea. So just as an option for you.
Right, it's sort of megafauna the whole way here.
Yeah.
So in terms of environmental weapons, can we get tear gas or white phosphorus loadouts? I'm looking at Lesser, who's our demolitions expert or our explosives carrier.
No,
We just have explosives.
just explosives. I mean, there are loadouts capable of just gas coverage to make you lesser seen, but the mere act
Right.
of thus detonating that would make you known.
No, I was thinking about if we're fighting animals, it would make more sense to get things that animals were vulnerable to, because then we could clear out the cave relatively easily. They're not going to shoot back, and they're not going to have countermeasures against tear gas, poison gas, or white phosphorus.
Sure, or we could push them back into the cave and then just detonate parts of the roof to collapse it on them, giving us a safe portion that they can't get back through.
I would be leery about doing that because, first of all, we might not be able to control the actual collapse of the cave and might, collapse the whole thing. And secondly, detonations that collapse part of the cave might set off seismographs.
True.
So that's why I was thinking gas would have a relatively low signature. But if we don't have that, we don't have that. We go to war with what we've got.
It could also just be too cold to use gas effectively.
Not sure how that works that way.
The same way that any, you ever been to a place that's so cold that your breath just kind of drops?
Yes, but I've also seen what white phosphorus is like.
Right.
I don't think it cares.
I mean,
I
I don't
feel
know.
laughing.
I've never seen white
Right.
phosphorus used in.
White phosphorus is a chemical reaction, and some chemical reactions could require energy, but white phosphorus doesn't care.
And if we're throwing out the Geneva Convention, we can open up all kinds of possibilities.
I guess more pertinently, I don't think I've seen anything that really replicates it.
Okay, it's a mecha combat game. I wouldn't expect to see lots of things like mustard gas in the book. I'm
Yeah.
being dark.
That all said, though, there is probably something to consider. How are we getting up and down the cliff faces? I know that I bring a jump jet system wherever I go.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, you've loaded out on quite a bit of mobility, so we shouldn't have a problem.
We
But what
have
about you two?
we have high mobility. What about your frames?
If there's a lake at the bottom, I would be good. Otherwise, I will be climbing.
Oh, are you EVA?
I have an EVA system, yes.
That's good to know. Okay. And what about Arcaloid?
I'm still in a generic Everest, except with like I've got one different weapon because I've leveled up once.
We're all in generic Everests.
Okay.
He's
Well,
He's just asking what systems you have.
couldn't we kit you guys out with jump boosts?
Right, they would just have to take away something.
Yeah. Is there something you could sacrifice to get jump boosts so all four of us could have mountain mobility?
Jump boost is 2 system points, isn't it?
I believe so.
Correct.
I could sack the EVA in my expanded compartment and take a jump boost instead. Assuming, wait, hold on a second. Does this place have a printer?
Yeah, you were offered the opportunity to refit your max.
Okay.
according-
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, I can get rid of the stable structure and go for what is this called and what page is it on, so I can just put it on.
Jump system, it's in the GMS equipment section.
GMS burst jump jet system. Okay, I've made the necessary replacements. I just need my
page
mech.
179.
Here's the
Yeah.
problem though. How long will that take for our mechs to get back out of the printer?
Assumedly, we're here early enough for these sort of circumstances.
Yeah.
Does this subtract any days from our mission?
I am assuming nothing. 0.
Yeah, you were told that your mission you will be dropped off tomorrow morning, and during the night replacements can be made for you. So
All right. Well, if everyone's good with that, then if we all get jump boostings, then we should be able to go over the mountains, which presents the least amount of encounters, but a possibility of being spotted.
And the chance to run into megafauna shooting anti-aircraft systems.
I would suggest that, well, we need the mobility because we're going to have to drop off the edge of the cliff. But I would suggest that we try to be as stealthy as possible on the approach and stay away from cliffs if we can. Only starting to do it if we have to. Plus, also, there's unknown terrain in here. So, but once we drop off this cliff here, it's probably going to be a forced march all the way here. And if we're extremely unlucky, it's going to be troops from 3 different places. So it's going to be extremely hot if we're unlucky.
Right. If anything, after the mission, we probably need to exfiltrate further north or find a way back into the plane of blizzards and escape.
Oh
that
yeah,
way.
I definitely would not recommend going north because I don't think anyone in Labelli is going to be friendly to us.
Well, I mean, just Maginot Line this place.
I guess if we get back to a cave, if there's one at the base of the cliff, then we could always hide there until the line advances enough.
Right. If the rest of the army is blitzing at the same time, we can try to get to a safe zone there. But we can play that by ear as we get it. And we really shouldn't know what everyone else is planning because we don't have a need to know.
exactly.
Looks like fun. All right. I guess everybody should get rested because we got 12 days going up and then we got 6 to 8, if not more, coming back.
Regarding the need to know basis, please keep radio silence until you achieved your mission.
Mm-hmm.
When and if you achieved your mission, or if you failed on the 12 days, please radio in so we can adjust accordingly.
Well, I have my radio with me for just that sort of circumstance.
Make peace with
Right.
your God, whatever you conceive them to be.
I carry my god with me.
Good plan.
I literally carry my god with me. My god is an AI that pretends to be a god.
Could we stay in the character, please?
You do you.
Okay, fine. Any more questions? Else I will leave you to your preparations.
Alright. So for this mission, as far as it goes, I've packed extra food and will probably just rely on the generator in my mech to keep me warm and just not leave it. I've got warm clothes, and that's about the extent of it.
Can we
Any-
bring survival gear? Is that an option?
Yes, it is. You have 3 choices of gear.
Oh, I'll take survival gear.
Yeah, take survival gear. Why not extra rations and a corrective, which is basically a medkit.
Yeah, all 3 of those. That is the most sensible thing you've said all day.
Congratulations, you figured out all your gear.
Yeah.
I'm retaining my current loadout.
I have frag grenades, extra rations, and a wilderness survival kit to go for. So I think that's
Let's see, what was the other 2?
I have an SSC Sylph, which will protect me from the elements, keep me rationed, recycle my wastes, etc.
Right. I have the Omni Hook, extra rations, and correctives.
So, yeah.
So I guess let's get a token for the group out on the board.
I should totally have prepared something like that.
I guess you could just throw one of the player tokens down.
You're the XO.
It's me then. It's Cobra. He's the face of the group.
Yeah, he was the
Literally.
last one I got access to.
He's
still huge. He's
huge.
covering at least 30 kilometers.
Yeah.
Still a little big.
Yeah,
go, perfect.
I got it done. Okay. So, you go to sleep. Your max prepared. You are woken a few hours before sunrise and board a shuttle and are dropped off in the woods. So,
Okay. It looks like they dropped us pretty close to that base. They said that they had like a range of 50 kilometers, but we are in the forest. So if they're
Yeah.
choosing to do that, the forest is probably good enough cover.
yeah, the forest is a good enough cover. The base is pretty much in there so that nobody try to sneak around, and if you stay in the forest, good. Okay.
Alright, so if we followed this path, that would be about 34 hexes, so 68 hours of travel?
You're
Or
going in.
68 hours of movement.
You're going in 5 hexes of that base, though.
Oh, yeah, so we would just move over one. Distance stays about the same. So I guess let's start doing movement. How far would you like us to move at a time?
I like, do you know skill challenges where the whole group rolls and the overall effort determines how well you fare? So you try to travel through dangerous lands
Mm-hmm.
with some unfavorable conditions. Please describe your approach and what you would like to roll. And
Alright, so we're trying to avoid detection, so we're staying low, behind cover, and ultimately trying to get onto the plane to the point that nobody has seen us enter it. So who is good at helping us do that and leading the group in that?
yeah, but skill challenges means every one of you makes a roll, and this
Mhm.
every single individual can roll for different skills. And
In that case, I'll go. Could I say read the situation and keep an eye out for how things are developing, like how much wildlife might be around us, or do you have a different idea for what we should be rolling here?
oh, as far as I gather, read a situation is more like psychological and stuff, and what you are describing is more like the spot skill.
Right.
Look,
Right,
I'm just
so-
trying to get somewhere unseen and unheard. I am just sneaking through the woods as slowly, or not as slowly, but as fast as possible without being seen or heard.
Then
I've rolled a 3. I hope you guys like encounters.
okay, I would have granted you advantage for your upbringing, but it won't bring it up.
Nope. At best, that would still be just a 9.
I think I have a specialty talent Oh, no, wait, that's combined arms. Apparently, I can only make you more stealthy when we're actually murdering people.
Yep. So as far as it goes, I don't have anything for staying more quiet than anyone else, so I suppose I'm just rolling a d20. Does grit get added or nothing?
It automatically does.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
So I will roll grit.
You will roll what?
I don't have any trigger appropriate to this, so if I just want to go around unseen and unheard, I'm rolling a d20.
Yeah.
And my question was if grit adds to triggers. I
No.
don't actually know.
It does. It automatically does.
Oh,
What?
no, you only had like a +2 there.
Oh, never mind then.
So,
I thought
Yep,
it
so-
grit applied to everything you rolled.
No,
Flat
crit
D20.
only applies to certain stuff.
yeah. So, I got an 8 for mine.
Okay.
Hmm.
Arcloid and Cobra and Crusader. How do you try
I
to
also
go?
have act unseen and unheard.
And I do not, so I guess I'm just rolling a d20.
Correct.
Oh, no, you can act. You have like the survive skill, Cobra. That would be perfect in such situations, wouldn't it? But
Yes.
Could
So,
I tap one of my talents, Technophile? Hold on. I'll post the thing right into chat so you can see what I'm talking about here. My student fragment. Could this count as like a mech check? Because clearly I'm screwing up my mech, and have Yvinal correct for me.
Okay.
I mean, would this not be like a skill check?
Yeah, but it's only helps you for mech skill checks, and this is a pilot skill check.
Well, I mean,
So-
piloting my mech, right?
Yeah, but if I allow you that, you get like a reroll on every skill.
Well, yeah. I mean, I already get a reroll on every skill. Still knows I'm in my mech.
No, only for the haste skills. Hull, agility, systems engineering. Because these are mech skills.
Alright, I just figured I'd try.
Yeah, Dragon is good. Okay, so half of you made it and half of you didn't. And I flip a coin. 2 you made it.
Okay.
Okay, it was a very close call, but on your first day, you managed to get by in the adjusted speed. So I assume you make like 50-50 days, 5 hours, 5 hours.
10 hours, 10 rest.
Yes, and 10 hours are like 5 hexes.
Okay,
So-
let's give it a go. Oh,
Okay.
I don't have control over Cobra, so Cobra, you're gonna have to move.
Yeah, have to give you. How do I give you control?
You could double click the token and open up a menu for it.
because I don't even have control of it yet.
Yeah. And then
Well, Griff, can't you give yourself control of it?
I'd have to change back over to GM again.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you changed off.
What do I have to click to give you control? I don't see it.
The little gear icon when the token is selected.
Yeah, I have a menu. Basic represents character.
Mhm.
Okay, I could represent.
Oh, you put it on the map layer too. That's confusing.
Oh,
There we
that'd be
go. I've changed it back to a token.
Okay. Can you
controlled
now
by
move
all
it around?
players. Bam. There we go.
Let's see. Controlled by 0.
Okay. Now, because it was in the wrong layer, I couldn't give you
Yeah,
control.
that's why I said it was some reason it was on the map layer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, then 5
Right.
hexes you go.
So if we're still good in the forest, then this spot should still be good then.
So,
Because we were already within like 5 of the base in the first place.
when you prepare camp, does somebody have a tent? Do you make an igloo in the woods? How do you go about it? And do you post a watch?
Right. Well, we
I
definitely
sleep
need
in
to
my
post some
mech.
watches.
I said I sleep in my mech.
Well, we have at least 2 people with survival gear, so at the very least they could pass around some blankets and make sure everyone is cozy inside. We could at least form our mechs up together to form a little blockade against the wind.
Well, here, I'm saying this out loud to say what will be happening unless Mr. GM here says something different happens, is that it will look like I've never gone to sleep. Because my mech is just going to keep on actively moving around, or, I mean, it's going to do patrols, let's say. It's going to look like
Okay.
I have never slept once, because you guys are going to, if nothing happens, get up, and I'm still going to be moving around.
Would
But
you like to go ahead and take claim to all watches then?
Sure.
Okay then. So the rest of us can all rest peacefully.
Even me,
Yeah.
who will be asleep.
I guess we're all if your AI is going to be on watch, I guess we're all asleep.
My God, Yavino, always overwatching.
Well, it's a machine; it doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah, but it may make calculations you don't like. Okay.
Um,
Well, I mean,
just like people, really.
it does hold me in higher regard than most humanity, so hopefully those calculations include that. Because even if other AI come around that are like hostile to humanity, they will hold me in better respect because my AI holds me in such high respect.
Yeah. So your AI spots nothing during the night and nothing happens. You get 8 hours of sleep, a little bit of eating and resting before the sleep, and some breakfast. I guess you wander off for the second day.
Okay.
Please describe your approaches again.
Well, we're still using the trees as cover, I think. And as long as we're out of the sight of that base, we should be clear to approach the Plane of Blizzards. So I guess second verse same as the first right now. Unless
Well,
anyone objects or has a new idea.
my attempt to stealth failed me, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna try and get somewhere quickly.
Okay, so you're just gonna try advancing then.
Well, that was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but Lesser, I still grant you an advantage dice because this is very much like your home environment. So you
Okay, so I got a 14 now.
Cobra, what did you do? Where is this disadvantage coming from?
I actually don't know. I had it selected for some reason. I should just turn it off. I'm sorry.
Alright, so if we add 5 to that, that's 8 then.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, then still not enough, and
Okay.
yeah, second day you still made it, but so you will make your distance. But during the woods, everybody give me a spot check, please.
Okay. Since
What's
I don't have any kind of observation, it's just another d20.
Oh, so how do I do just a d20 roll?
This
There a
slash d20.
Oh, there's no button for it.
I mean, there's a built-in for roll 20 over there. I've been pressing it.
Wow.
Yeah. Your Sparry is very much at home and spots the Wampas attacking you before they are getting in too close. Now let me just... And you can position yourself in the lower rights.
You could go ahead and copy the tokens over from the start map over to here. Just nice and easy.
Okay, give me a second. Ah,
Ooh, a whole pack of them.
but yeah, okay, I can only copy 2.
No, you just drag and select and then Control C.
No, because the other 2 of you weren't in the battle last time.
Oh, no, the
on
start map, the upper left-hand
Yeah.
corner. Everybody
Oh,
is in a
yes,
nice
you're
little
right.
row.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. Okay, then.
that's the one I was talking about. I set it up for that purpose. It's always nice to have a page exactly like that. Just take all players, drag them over.
So,
Perfect. So we are just in the bottom right in general.
yeah, you can move around your walking order. To prefer any. So you were warned of the local megafauna, and of course it happens. Something more moves around the woods that doesn't belong here, and they check if you are food.
We are metal. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, but they could crack
They
you
could
open
easily
like
destroy
Ken,
us, yeah.
and then so.
Well, Zero, you're the field commander.
Oh.
Or sorry, you're the executive officer, so you can say who goes first.
Okay. Let's see. They're still at a fair distance. How about we go ahead and gain some ground? How about, Lesser, you can go first.
Okay. You say as I'm adjusting the turn order thing to keep track. What was my... Let's see, how fast am I? My speed should be 4, right? That's the average of a Everest? Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
So I move 4. 4, 4. These guys are... Let's see, I have a sensor range of 13. These guys are 16. I will boost to go another 4. Puts them in range. I will then scan. Oh, sorry, no, I will lock on to this guy up front. So I'll just put that
This
symbol
one?
on him.
Okay, that's okay.
Then I will use that lock on to activate a system that I have. The autopod. Cannot be fired normally. Instead, it detects and picks up on target locks.
Yeah. So the Bomber is resistant to kinetic damage, so that it gets halved and 3 damage remain,
Yes.
and the lock-on gets removed. Did you use the lock-on?
Yes.
Okay, then it gets removed.
Alright, that's one of us. Time for one of them.
A second. So, speed is 6. As the Bomber approaches you, you see that its bounds are closing again, and the flesh knits itself together, and it seems to have a pretty good regeneration. So it moves for 6, and it boosts for 6, and it attacks you.
4, 6.
Oh, they're very fast.
Yes. I guess that hit.
Yeah. No, that'll hit for a long time.
It makes a big slash with its claws and deals 6 damage.
Ah, yes, the 666 maneuver. I am almost down.
So, one of the players. Your choice.
Paladin, how about you?
Okay, so I can move and then act. Is that correct?
Right. You can move, and then you have your 2 quick actions, and an extra one because you're in an Everest.
Right. So I would like to move to here so I can be in a high point with some visibility. I have boosters, so I can move vertically. Is that correct?
Oh, the boosters only count for the boost action, not for the regular move. So
Your movement is free at this during your turn, and then there's the boost action, which lets you take the move action again.
Okay, but I have the jump jets, which means I can move over here without a penalty, right?
You can also declare that you're flying and just fly up there too.
Okay,
If
so
you
I have to.
if you fly though, you take heat.
There we go. You have to use a boost. Yeah. All right. I'll take the heat, which is 3, I believe.
Is it 3?
No,
I thought it was 2.
It's
2.
1 plus the size of your mech.
Your mech size 1.
Oh, so it's only 2. Okay. I will move to there. It is a quick action to attack. Is that correct?
Correct. To attack with a single weapon, or 2 quick actions to attack with 2 weapons.
Well, no, it's a full action to attack.
It's a full action to attack.
No, with
No,
Barrage.
stop,
Sorry,
stop.
no, I'm
Let me-
correcting him. I'm correcting Griff. Barrage is a
Okay.
full action.
All
There
right.
are 2 separate attack actions. One is the barrage.
I will use a quick action to attack with the anti-material rifle and shoot into the melee. My special ability is I can shoot into a melee, no questions asked.
Okay, then go ahead.
There might be a complication. I think your weapon was ordnance, if I recall right.
It does have a tag that says ordnance.
Yes,
It also
would
has a
be-
tag that says accurate.
but ordnance means you have to shoot before any movement.
Right. So this turn you would have to be relegated to other weapons.
Ah, you didn't mention that.
I
Okay.
tried to, may have missed it.
Um.
You will be set up for next time to start firing.
Well, it was good to know you, but you are within 10 squares, so I believe that I can still shoot with the assault rifle.
Right. And
Can I barrage and shoot twice with the assault rifle, or do I have to use 2 different weapons?
2 different weapons.
Well, then in which case I can't allow that. Where is the
So-
movement? Where is the movement listed?
You're an Everest, so you have 4. What did you put your mech skills into?
Mech skills, 2 in agility.
So you have +1 movement, which is 5. You have 5.
So I can move to here as 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I could then use a quick action to boost and move. How much more do I move on a boost?
Your full movement.
So I could boost and then move to here.
correct.
Okay.
You could shoot before you boost if you want to.
Well, I want to
And also-
barrage. That's a full action, right?
Yeah, but there's also a skirmish which allows you to shoot a single weapon.
Right.
Right.
So I could. So are you saying I could shoot from here, boost, and then melee it in the next action because I get 3 quick actions?
Yes.
Well, if there's no range penalty, I might as well shoot into the melee first because I don't have a problem with shooting into a melee. I will move to there and attempt to shoot it with the assault rifle.
Okay. With this roll, you hit nothing.
Okay. I will then move to here.
You still
But-
do 2 damage, yeah.
I
Yeah.
do at least 2 damage, half because it's resistant.
Right.
I will then move to here and use the charge blade. Which I believe also misses.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
Great. I have to use the ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, this is so. 3, 6. And then it moves to you and attacks you. And it hits for 6 damage.
Who is you?
Sorry. I have Paladin. It moved up to you.
That's me. Okay. All right. I take 6 points of damage. I assume I don't have any armor resistance, so I just take 6 points of damage.
No. You can take the brace reaction, which then limits your actions next turn and gives you resistance. Otherwise, you have no armor.
How much resistance does it give me?
Resistance halves damage.
Oh, I will resist.
Okay.
Darn. Megaphone Yetis.
So, next player.
All right, Cobra, go ahead and give a go.
All right. Moving 4. Boosting another 4. And I don't think I have range to get to anybody from where the mech is now.
Hmm.
So what other options are available to me from here?
You could overcharge.
You could always, you could overcharge to get even closer. You also have another quick action, which could be another boost
No,
because you're an Everest on your first turn.
You can't. Oh wait, yeah, because the first boost is a. Because it's a
Right.
free action, right? The
Mhm.
Everest one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my free boost. And let's see. As a talent, I have Brawler. Does that work in the mech as well? So if I would grapple, say, this Sasquatch there,
Yeah.
then I could get a +1 accuracy on my melee attacks?
Yeah, the talents are really for the thing, for the max. So yeah, it's a mech talent. It works.
Okay, so how do I roll that to grapple somebody?
Yeah, it's just a melee attack roll.
Okay, and what do I under frame?
Just a D20 plus what you get an advantage for brawler. I don't remember already.
No.
And you can also add grit.
Yeah, D20 +1 because you have grit, and because you have duelist, you get a +1 accuracy if you want to grapple. But you could also melee with your knife or blade and just take the +1 accuracy from duelist for the damage, and then grapple next turn or something. But it's your choice.
I'll take the +1 accuracy on the grapple just to get all the bonuses I can.
Yeah. Then Cobra is grappling with the Bomber.
And now I get to attack it with a weapon as my last action? Or am I...
Well, no,
doing
you
this?
boosted twice. You have
Okay.
the grapple was your attack, right? So that's
Yeah,
3.
okay.
That's unless
Mhm.
you want to, I don't know, use your core or something.
Yeah, but be advised, Core doesn't reload during this mission.
Right, you'll only get once for any of the battles that we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll wait on using the core.
Oh, we
Oh,
can't
no.
repair this stuff in the field. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can repair
Well-
some things, just not that.
It's more that core is just a limited resource.
Okay, I add a fist for grappling, and I guess that finishes your turn.
Yes.
Then the next Bomber charges. And he attacks Cobra. Also for 6 damage. Zero. I guess you finally have to do something.
That's right, all the pieces are in place. Congratulations, everyone. Hey, Lesser, I think you know exactly what you need to do next. You will get your leadership die. And that would be exploding everything after I have my turn. So I'm going to move 4 up as my movement. I'm going to boost 4 up onto this rock. And then as my Everest action, I'm going to boost up to here. And now I have 3 of these guys in a line, and I'm above them. So I have +1 accuracy when I fire off my charge laser. Just demonstrate that. So, my thermal lance, I have +1 accuracy. Do I roll once for all of them, or how does the AoE work? I should figure that out.
No, you roll only once.
Alright. So that's going to be a 22 for 9.
For 9. Yes.
Yes. And I gain 2 heat for that.
And okay, let's first narrate this here. Did I? Oh, I mixed them up.
With that cool anime scene where the ice just melts.
Right, everyone just kind of like looks over to the left because there's suddenly lens flare, and they're like, "Is that the sun? And am I going snowblind?" It's like, no, it's your friend Zero up on the hill, and he's charging a laser beam.
Yeah, and the laser beam is pretty effective. It really hurts these monsters. They don't seem to be resistant to that. And because it's freaking cold out here, you auto-cool 2 heat at the end of your turn.
Yep. So immediately renegates, which is excellent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that's going to be the full extent of my turn. I've done all the actions I can.
The last Wampa roars. 3. And because you're the only one who can reach and you really hurt his friends, he slashes at you for 6 more damage.
Oh, he's got advantage. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and take 6 damage.
they are
I don't know if
skilled.
being on top of the rock gives me anything. Probably nothing.
No, you're not high enough.
Mhm.
They always rolled with advantage because they are skilled with their claws. If you look
Ooh,
back.
very cool. Alright, so it looks like everyone's gone then.
Yes. Player's turn.
You're the XO.
I could always go first again and do a repeat of the same turn. And that would probably be the most advantageous thing to do because it frees all of you up if they all die.
That sounds great.
So, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm already up here. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't think there's any action I want to preface onto this. And I forgot how quickly my leadership talent comes back. Is that per mission or per repair? Full repair. Okay, so I'm not going to use another one immediately. I will go ahead and blow them up. 15 for 5 more energy damage to all of them.
Yeah. So all of you made a pretty good trap for Zero to get in perfect position. He shoots twice and you have a lot of dead bodies at your hand.
Okay. That gives me one last quick action. I'm just going to go ahead and push some buttons on my console and lock onto this guy.
Okay.
So he's locked on. Everyone else can take advantage of that and enjoy.
And he's gonna slash at you for revenge.
As he should.
Miss. And because he got nothing else to do, he tries to grapple with you. And fails.
He's got a bunch of rock.
Yeah. So, who's next?
I guess one of us had to be lucky.
Hey, Cobra, you go first this time since you went last time.
All right.
You've got lock on if you want to take advantage of it.
Okay, moving and boosting to there. Let me check my talent. All right, I'm just gonna do a regular set of attacks with man-at-arms getting +1 accuracy on the first melee attack.
Yeah, you could do a barrage and use 2 of your blades.
Yes, I'm gonna use my heavy charge blade first. How do I add the +1 accuracy to this?
On the sheet at the very top right, there is 3 settings and a number for how much accuracy you get.
Okay, I see that. And my second attack, and this is also going to give me a die to spend. I can parry, deflect, fight, crit. What
Oh, yeah.
disadvantages would it have if I dropped it prone?
Yeah, it hits, but sometimes the sheet is a little bit buggy and doesn't add accuracy correctly.
Right, always good to check here.
All right, now if I use my die to trip it, my Blade Master die, what would happen to the...
Yeah, it would get prone if you actually manage to do that, and you get advantage against attacking prone targets.
Okay. Now I'm going to spend it. Since I have another attack with my regular charge blade. Oh, I can do this as a quick action. So that wouldn't count as a barrage, would it? I've already done my barrage, so
No,
let
you
me...
can't take the quick action, the same quick action twice per round, so you can't skirmish twice. But what you can do is make a barrage and fire 2 weapons.
Okay.
So 2 of your blades.
Lifting.
The exception for this, you can't take the action several times, are free actions. And because the Everest gives you a free action the first round of combat, you actually can double some actions in that round. But usually you can't double, only with free actions.
Okay. Well then,
But yeah, did you want to trip it or? Yeah.
if I can trip it as part of the action I was taking, the barrage, then yes.
Okay, I do
And
have
it doesn't look like I hit.
to read up this.
Well, when you put your talents in,
Yeah,
you can put them in a rollable thing that lets us put it right in the chat so we can see it.
Right, so that'd be convenient for next time.
Sorry.
I guess we're
Yeah.
figuring out if there's accuracy on these things.
Yeah, I think you can just trip because it's a free action, and you would actually trip it to gain an advantage dice retroactively. But roll a d6 and roll high.
Once per round when you hit.
Okay, you don't hit. So you slash it with both of your blades, and the heavy one hits, but then it gets a little bit more cautious and manages to evade the second one. Who wants to be the next player?
Paladin, you go next.
All right. Well, I can't think of a reason not to do this. First, I will take the snapshot. Do I have accuracy on this guy?
I don't think Ark used the lock on, did you?
No.
All right.
Nope. So you could go ahead and get a second accuracy.
I'll take the shot. Does a 16 hit you?
Now I have to scroll up. So it gets halved, so it's 3 more damage.
All right. Then I will move in and attack with the charge blade.
Yep. Spend your turn barraging.
Will a 13 hit you?
Yes.
All right.
Does
That's 6,
hit.
and that's energy
And armor piercing.
and armor piercing. Yep.
Yeah, but resistance hasn't nothing to do with armor piercing, but yeah,
I didn't know if they might also have that.
They also have energy resistance. Okay.
no, they don't have. Oh,
Oh.
they have armor, and I ignored it the whole battle. Who cares? I only watch for the resistance.
Well,
Describe
slash
how
it
you
with-
kill it.
Well, first you take the shot, then you slide in on those fancy jet boosts, and then it, of course, has to be a upward stroke going up towards heaven, which is where we're sending you.
Lim Hazard.
Well, good job, everyone.
Are you okay?
So far, so good. Only took a little scratch. It looks like
All right.
all of us got a little roughed up.
Well, if you have anything to confess, just let me know.
You
Only confess that I'm a little cold. But since that leadership die didn't get used, it goes back to my pool. There we go.
To be fair, your advice didn't make any sense.
Well, I was expecting that you would get the opportunity to throw a grenade at them, but the chance to just destroy them immediately popped up.
The guys
We should-
right in front of us, you mean?
Yeah, we should probably save our grenades too, because we're not going to be able to resupply.
Right, exactly. The way things went down was perfect. Speaking of resupplying, I suppose when we rest up at night, we have a repair period.
yeah. So you can spend 1 repair to heal
Oh.
full up,
I didn't mean to roll that.
but you can't full repair because full repair states you need to be at a safe location.
Right, so we're just kind of refilling our HP is about all.
Yeah, but you have to tick off one of your repairs.
Yeah, I'm going to decline the repairs. I think I've only taken superficial damage.
Where is repairs listed?
It's on the frame sheet under HP, heat, and repairs.
Okay. It says I have 0 of 6.
Yeah, most of what I lost is my custom paint job, as I have a custom paint job.
Right, so
we all
Ark, since
do.
you have extra, it would probably be wise for you to go ahead and just repair up to full if you want. I'm doing it out of pure caution.
Well,
I'm
how
doing
many
it because I'm at
repairs do
half
I?
health.
You
How
have
many
6
repairs are
repair
starting?
points, you said.
Well, it says 0 out of 6.
Right, you've used 0 of them. You have
Oh, okay.
6 remaining.
There we go.
I thought it was 6 out of 6.
We'll
Okay,
put
so-
it at 6 then and just take it down. Whatever helps you remember. That's the important part, is your sheet.
Okay.
Uh,
Because like I can see heat starting at 0, but repairs should start at 6. And because I have replaceable parts, I can spend 1 instead of 2 to repair 1 point of structural damage. So I'm just going to repair.
No, you didn't take structure damage. You only took HP damage, and
Oh.
1 repair repairs all HP damage. And when you're out of HP, then you get structure damage, which happened last battle.
Yeah.
You remember when you had
Yes.
to roll on the structure chart?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Knocking off weapons on.
Yes. So with 1 repair, you can repair all your HP.
Thank you.
Alright. So if everyone's decided how much they repair, this is our movement for the night, and we got our next day.
So, yes. Now I take out some different dice. This is the plane of blizzards. When you start during your day, it's only a little bit windy. There are some snow particles swirled around, so you can't see super far, but your close range vision is good enough. So, but it could get worse every hex. So please describe your approach, and then we move hex for hex and see if the weather gets worse.
Well, since we're in a wide open plain, there's not a lot of places we can hide. I'm just going to try to stay on high alert and watch the sky as we move forward.
I will trudge along as quickly as possible.
I don't see anything. I don't think you've rolled like over 10 on any of these checks yet.
What are you talking about? That's
Yeah.
clearly a 12.
Well, it is now.
Alright.
So,
I'll then move
Did you
back
just roll a
to-
2 and then deride me for my 9?
I'll deride whoever I want, thank you.
Damn it.
So often does a trigger apply?
yeah,
That's what you're doing right now.
yeah.
Yeah, but I just realized I have the trigger take someone out. Well, when do I not apply that?
No,
I think we did have that conversation last time, and I think we came up to we don't know.
no.
Because that's
The
what-
triggers apply for your pilot and out of combat stuff, and the skills are for in combat stuff. So if you take someone out, it's if you narratively with your pilot try to eliminate a guard or stuff.
Okay.
And there's also pilot combat rules, and it gets a bit fuzzy, but yeah.
Well, no, the pilot combat rules are specifically just like mecha combat.
Yeah. Okay, then we again have the situation that half of you did it and half of you didn't. And the dice are with you, you get to... Okay. First roll. Please move hex per hex. So, right. Because after the first 2 hours, weather gets worse. And this means you need then slightly more time per hex. So instead of 2 hours, you will need 2.5.
Mhm.
The wind picks up. And in the second hour, a real storm picks up. And the wind gets really heavy. And you basically move at half speed. But by far, as you heard, it's not the worst how it can get here. And I rolled like 3 tens in a row. After 3 hours, you're in a full blown-on blizzard. And it really grows to a halt. Your mechs are beyond their capacity. If you want to push on during the blizzards, you have to roll an engineering check every hour to see if you can manage to keep your mech functioning. Else you could just build an igloo or something and wait for the blizzard to go away.
Right. I think the safest option for us all then would be to bunker down and try to wait this
Yeah,
out
'cause
as
I
part
have
of our resting time.
I have a question. When you say a check, what is that? Is that any roll? It has to be like 16 or better?
No, it has to be. You have yeah, it has to be a 10 or better.
10 or
Checks are
better.
always 10.
Your
Yeah.
save
Right,
target, right?
But the problem
no.
is it takes 2 hours to move in one hex, and there's 4 of us. That would be 8 of us all rolling a 55% chance 10 times. We're doing an igloo.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Then please move 2 hexes back because you only got to move 3 hexes.
Yep, moving back here. Bop. I knew I should have personalized with snow skis.
If he's AFK, I'll AFK too. be back in a few minutes.
All right,
at most.
quick water break then.
Any other questions, Arcloid?
Those Blade Master dice, those are D6s.
Pretty sure. I didn't remember Blade Master being such a long text when I asked you to hit the button. I think you're using the build that I literally just died playing. Duelist, Juggernaut, and the other one.
Duelist, Brawler, and Brutal.
Oh, I went Juggernaut because it's all about ramming, grappling, and then ramming them to death. Anyway, I died with it, so it can't be that great.
I mean, it can be great in less suicidal situations.
If you're not suicidal, then you're not playing it right. That's me.
Maybe you just should have had a Blackbeard the whole time.
Well, a lot of people who build it say they go for the Atlas, but they just stick with the Blackbeard. It was one of the three options I was going to suggest to Raph when I was basing everything off of his Big O picture.
I'm looking at my triggers, and all my triggers except one are +2. Did I gain
That's
an extra
correct.
+2 to triggers from leveling up?
Correct.
Okay, I'm just trying to remember where that came from. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a chart in the book about everything you get when you level up.
Yeah, they should all add up to 10 now.
Okay, I'm back. Is
Welcome back.
Rafferty here?
No, but I think that's okay.
Yeah. Because Lazar is a Sparry, he knows how to make an igloo, and it only takes you about an hour, even in the storm. Maybe she shouts at you a little bit if you do something wrong, but
I mean,
He's
I
still
also
there.
have the trigger invent or create. Create igloo.
yeah, sorry, I granted you managed that without rolling.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying that even if I did have to roll, mechanically I'm good for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hacked
So
this
all we have to
igloo
do is
out of
wait this
ice.
out and see how long it lasts then. So give us the news. How long are we going to be stuck here?
Yeah. Let's see, I roll, Okay. 2 hours Blizzard full raging on.
So
And
I'm probably going to need
because-
your help to remind me how much time we're losing in this.
yeah, you're already at now at 11 and a half hours.
Mhm.
So you could get to sleep right now in the igloo if you want to.
Right, given that we're just sitting here waiting, we're probably literally just resting and napping.
Because you have an always active guard.
Yeah, apparently I never sleep. I also
So-
don't get out of my mech.
2 more hours. Two more. 2 more. So it's already at 8 hours and the Blizzard is still fully raging on.
Oh
It's
dear.
morning again.
I'm trying to figure out like how this system is looking and the odds of it like getting better. So I
Oh.
might actually like Omni hook back to like our allies and ask them for like a weather report.
Yeah, the weather report is the weather here is pretty hard to predict, but they say it's like 80% chance that it stays like it is for the day.
So there's little chance that this is going to abate, and we're only 6 walking days out from our target right now, or even less. Yeah, about 4. And from here, that's like another 2. So yeah, so about 6. And we've been on this for 2 days so far, and this is day 3.
Yeah.
So we could probably afford to wait here another day, I think. So let's see if it gets any better.
We can't cross the blizzard.
You're right, but if the time gets too down to the wire, then we have to try anyway.
You're the executive officer.
But we do have at least 3 days worth of leeway time, I think.
2 more hours. Oh, it gets a little bit better after 2 more hours. So
What are the chances of it getting even worse after it got better here? Like another 20% or just
yeah, another 20%.
okay.
So now it's a heavy storm and you move at half speed, but you could still.
Let's
only
make
have-
some movement while we can then.
You only have to do an engineering check with an easy engineering check every hex instead of every hour.
Oh. Let's still with the D6. That's like 25% instead of like 50. It would be worth trying to push at least 1 hex right now. So I guess we're making engineering checks, everyone.
Yes, you get 1
You're the boss.
accuracy.
And I'm amazing.
That just where do you find engineering?
Right side, underneath your first set of statistics.
You mean left side?
Left side, yeah.
Yeah, it's on your. Yeah, you found it.
And we just need 1 out of Crusader as well.
Is there a button for this?
Yeah, it's a
yes, there
little
is.
dice icon right on the right-hand side of engineering.
You do have an accuracy for this.
I don't. No, I don't have a button for this.
On the frames tab, you see on the left-hand side, the second box down, second large framed box
Ah,
down.
there we go. It's on the frame box. My bad.
There you go, made it even without the accuracy. So we have pushed on at least a little bit then.
Yeah, and did you move your hex?
I haven't yet. I will now.
Okay, then move.
1
And
hex.
against the prediction, it gets to a light back to a light storm. So you move slowly. Your sight is limited, but you don't have to do any checks anymore. So you can now just move at a slow speed. But the sun will
Excellent.
settle down in about 2 hours.
Okay. Well, we're still basically well rested right now. And we've just done a whole bunch of napping. We should make as much progress as we can right now.
Yeah,
So are we going to handle it hex by hex, or what do we want to do?
yeah. Every hex I roll, if better goes better or worse.
Okay. So give it to us for our next hex of movement then. We've moved 1 more hex so far.
So yeah, it stays the same.
That's 1.
And night will soon there will be night. Do you continue to move on or
Yes.
okay? No, you don't have to do engineering checks because the weather got better.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Weather's good now.
Then move.
Then next hex. Oh, the weather gets even better, and you're back to light winds and a little bit of snow.
Okay. So far, so good.
How many hours have we been traveling?
Uh,
That was at least 4 right there, I think.
no, 5 because you were a little bit slower.
No, I'm sorry, I meant overall.
Yeah, let me 63.5.
Yeah.
Out of what's our total?
240.
Okay.
So, you could tell me if you rest through the night or
Well, we're still rested, so we're gonna just keep moving while the weather's really good.
okay, then next hex, you move the hex, I do the weather.
Boop.
It still stays good.
Okay. Next hex.
Okay, it can't get better, but it would. So, yeah, now it's middle of the night and you're getting a little bit tired. If you want to push on in a few hours, you would have to fight against your sleep.
For all
So,
you know, I'm still asleep.
I think we're I think we're fine for the moment. Let's press on a little bit more.
okay. Weather gets worse. It gets back to a light storm.
Okay. And light storm is still no check.
Yeah, light storm is still no check.
Okay.
But
Let's press on one more. It's probably getting back to daylight now.
yeah, you travel 2 more hours and the sun is rising.
Okay. One more square.
And no, the sun was already risen because it rises every 60 hours. Sorry,
The days are 60 hours long?
no, 20 hours, but the third day finished after 60 hours, and so it's
I think this might be the accent thing again.
yeah, it's
Can
so
you
it's
just
now
can
the
you
fourth.
type it? Just the number.
The second. Every day is 20 hours.
Right.
So after
We got the 20 hours
60
thing.
hours,
16? Is that what you're saying? 16?
60. 60.
If the day's only 20 hours, then how's the sun rising? Oh, you mean okay? That's the confusion.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
talking
there you go.
overall days.
Okay. So let's see. So weather is still good, right?
Yeah, it's a light storm. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So
So light storm, sun rising.
no, it's middle of the day already
Oh, middle of the day already.
because
Let's just finish up the day then. I will keep moving. One more square.
okay, and weather stays about the same.
Okay. One more square.
Oh, it's nightfall again.
Oh.
And by now you are. Everybody except Lesser is tired. You don't know how Lesser does it, but
Yeah. We've met our goal. We've made up on progress we lost, and we did our day progress for the day too. So now's time to rest then. Let's do it.
Sounds good to me. Get as much as
Well
we
said.
can during good weather and rest during the bad.
so then it will. Yeah, it gets a little bit better during the night and then it gets worse again. So it's still the light storm when you wake up. And you're at a 80.5 hours mark.
Good, good.
So next day.
All right. So should we do this hex by hex again, or move up to 5?
Yeah. Hex by hex again in here.
Okay. So first hex.
And So it gets back to a storm where you have to do an engineering check every hex again.
Is that with the advantage, or is it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's give it a go. So we'll move one more hex and make those engineering saves.
I haven't even been rolling with advantage.
Oh, even with advantage, that didn't work out.
How much accuracy do we have, or how do you get advantage? Is it
Same
the
as-
accuracy down?
Yeah. Advantage and
Yeah.
accuracy is the same thing. For some reason, we're just calling it advantage. Damn you, TNT.
Yeah, keep going back to that. I'm sorry. Oops.
Well, they do call the downside difficulty.
Yeah. Sorry, accuracy. And I never really played D&D, so
It's still, I just think it's a weird way of wording it. You should just say plus 1d6 and get on with your life.
Well, in D&D, it's disadvantage, not difficulty. So they just use an
right.
A and a D.
So yeah, zeros make powers down because of all the stress you're putting it through. So you have to rest for a little bit and let it recharge. And because you're now at a 87 hours mark, I hope my numbers get better. You could call it an early rest, or you could rest for an hour and to let your mech recharge and continue in the storm.
I assume it's not, well, I guess it's
Yeah, it's not
extra
busted. It
stress.
just needs to recover a bit. So
I assume you're icing up and that sort of thing.
yeah, so I like get out, like take out like a little ice pick or something, just mash it off the side, and yeah. So that'll be an hour, and then we'll try again. Hopefully, the weather will stay good for us.
What if you just fired your thermal lance into the ground? It does heat your mech up.
I've thought about that, but there's no telling how much of this area is like ice, permafrost, snow, or actual solid ground.
Oh, yes, that common ice road trucker's mistake.
The weather is better. You're above frozen sea. So if you dig deep enough, there is a sea.
Oh
A whole
boy.
lot of water.
Yeah, plus also I assume that you're having other thermal difficulties that are related to things you just can't blast with heat.
Turns out I'm actually cold too, and that's not good.
You can get through it. Just think of your own inner light and let that warm you.
But all I see is darkness.
Yeah.
You have to learn to open yourself up to the beauty that is all creation.
The weather is back to a light storm. They just need a little bit more time, but don't have to roll checks. But you had a 92-hour mark, so sun is already down.
Yep. So time for us to go ahead and rest 8 hours and get some sleep.
Wait, shoot, what's your name? Crusader?
Yes.
You're a priest?
Well, I went to the seminary. Yes, I'm actually only a reverend.
Oh, okay. Something I hadn't considered, because I'm a techno shaman.
Well, if you need last rites, just let me know.
The only last lights will be between me and, I was gonna say my maker, but she didn't make me.
There are many paths to the divine.
Just a quick side note, I'm getting a real Andromeda vibe between us.
Andromeda is one of the more interesting shows, TV, mainstream shows when it came into religion stuff, yes.
Yeah, I really feel like you could just start talking about the way and I wouldn't really feel put off by it.
Well, that's a little more Zen. So, but yeah, I'm not going either Nietzscheism or the way.
Really? I feel like Nietzscheism is really probably what my character's leaning on.
I'm not sure what sort of faiths or pantheons persist in this world of giant death robots.
Oh, there are a few.
I imagine, yeah, there's quite a few in the real world too. So I imagine it can get pretty crazy. My first character was a Jainist. That's a joke for at least 2 of you listening to this stream in the future.
Okay, I didn't get it.
Is that
After-
Firefly?
Oh
Oh yeah, right.
not Firefly. I'm gonna go kick my head in the fucking water.
Man
Pretty
called
sad. We did it, everyone.
Yeah, well, I can't help it. It falls under a secondary joke that I happen to know.
Yeah. Okay. After 8 hours of rest, you then can press on.
Okay, so hex by hex, right?
Yes.
All right, moving up one.
And now I have
It
to-
really feels like we could slow down a little bit.
And the weather gets better again. So now you can move at full speed.
I just mean
Okay.
because we have 140 hours left of traveling, and we can't do anything until hour 240. So
Right, we'll have a lot of time to relax by the time we get there. But at this
Right.
point, we're so clear to our objective, we could probably be held over by another blizzard and just not worry about it.
Yeah, since the weather is random, we should move when the weather is good and hold down when the weather is bad. And if we get there early, we can just park it.
Yeah, unless we encounter a freak week-long blizzard right now, I think we're okay.
Yep. Well, with it's the army. You hurry up and then wait.
Yep. Alright, so movement 2.
Okay. Better stays good.
Movement 3.
Okay. Give me spot checks, please.
Oh boy. That's just a D20 for me, that's right.
yeah, there is a trigger spot, but I guess none of us took it. Which is weird, since our systems are supposed to be so great. We could just ask questions.
Well, once they get within, like, 30
20?
meters of us, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the number for sensors equivalent to.
Well,
in-
like, base Everest is like 10 hexes. Each hex is about 3 meters, so within 30 meters, yeah, we know everything that's going on. Outside of that, it's like, best of luck,
Is
buddy.
yours still 10?
Oh, mine should, I guess, be 12 because of my systems, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I move you over and please start arrange your walking order.
You gotta move us on the map, too.
Yeah, damn.
You gotta move the flag.
Yeah, I tried to click myself over. It's like, oh, new map. And it's like, oh, wait, this is the same map. Wait a second.
yeah, you moved, please.
Well, I mean, because I'm under the GM thing as well, so I don't get moved when you move everybody, so I have to click it myself. So I just clicked on the map that said players, and it's like, wait a second, this is the same map.
Okay, putting myself behind Jareth.
I put myself next to Jareth. Because I'm in it.
So guess we're taking a line at the moment.
Yeah, Paladin, you're good, or?
I guess I should be in the rear, since I have the mobility, and can fire into melees without a problem.
Okay.
I copied the wrong thing. I didn't.
And just so Theta remembers, since the turn order was on a different page, we won't see anything unless you remove everything and then re-add.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, you heard of flying ice lizards. You don't know how that works because lizards are normally like warm, but yeah. You see one approaching. You.
You see, it's not really ice, it's actually glass. You see, they're silicate life forms, which is similar to carbon-based life forms, but much more fragile, with
Sorry,
fewer
I was
possible organic bonds.
really hoping for the clones of us that I first saw.
Yeah, that was a copy-paste error. Yeah, you saw a small fake image, a mirage in the snow wind.
Yeah, Ice Mirage.
But
Gone
this one.
ice crazy.
So, who wants to act first?
As usual, I think I'm gonna go ahead and nominate Jareth to go first.
Yes, my ECM systems mean nothing here in the ice.
That's one big arsehole we're fighting.
Well, if you'd like, Cobra could go first instead.
I've already moved. You've declared
Fair
this too
enough.
late.
My real goal is just to put them in range of our sniper rifle.
Alright, I have moved, I have boosted. This time I will remember that I get one free quick action as an initiative trait on the Everest. I didn't do that
Very
last time.
important.
How far away am I? Too far away. I will overcharge, taking 1 heat.
Yeah. Your base 13 hexes.
To
because
boost again.
It's a big monster.
Alright, let's see. I still have 2 actions left. I am 10 away, which is fine. I will lock on. And then I will shoot with my Nexus Hunter Killer, which has a range of 10. It's also smart, which means it will target its E-defense instead of its actual evasion.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's a miss.
Uh,
Oh wait, I'm sorry,
Oh,
my
yeah.
lock on. Sorry, I forgot my lock on.
what? Your lock on?
Yeah, forgot my lock on. 12.
Yeah, 12 is a hit.
Okay, that's 6 kinetic, and as a reaction, I am going to autopod. A tie would still hit it. Is an 8? Well, no. Is an 8 its evasion?
No, yeah,
It doesn't get cover or anything.
It
This is
doesn't hit.
seeking. Okay.
but it still doesn't hit.
Let's see. I had 2. I used that. You're in range of the assault rifle, but doesn't matter. That's everything I can do. I'm done.
Okay.
Also a
Alright.
dummy. I'm also a dummy. I want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
I forgot this is a back and forth thing, and there's only one of him, which means he's gonna murder me.
That is correct.
Yeah,
Don't
he
die.
flies at you. And
I'm glad to use the word flies. Makes me feel less bad about not throwing a mine out between me and him.
and it hacks you with its claws.
I
that's-
brace.
On in.
Brace.
Okay.
You don't even know yet, but yeah, brace.
Yeah, it hits you for 11 damage, which gets halved to 6 damage. And because the rules say so, it can slash you with its claws a second time for 6 damage. Oh
Down
no,
to 3.
sorry, I wouldn't get advantage or less advantage because you braced, but it still would hit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 9 would have hit.
Actually, yeah, because he braced, there's +1 difficulty on all future attacks too.
Yeah, that's why I forgot it, but 9 plus 2 is still enough to hit.
Well, I mean, if it was a difficulty. Anyway.
Yeah.
So 3 damage.
Does the
Brace is resistance to the what, next turn?
yeah.
I got the rulebook open. You keep going. I'll look.
Yeah. Okay. It's its first turn. You check up the brace rules and next player.
Okay. I will nominate myself to go next because I am going to set up for a sniper. So I'm going to go ahead and move 4 closer.
Do we have a shot where we are?
It looks like clear ground, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to move. I have 1 action extra. I'm going to go ahead and start with Marker Light. There's no reaction to it. It will just happen. I'll go ahead and post what it does right here.
Okay. What is Marker like? Yeah.
It'll paint the target. It would do heat, which this thing is organic, so I don't think it does anything. It gains lock-on, and when an ally character consumes that lock-on, I can declare that they have had a critical hit.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
And as an extra quick action, I'm going to scan it.
yeah.
So,
The heat actually gets carried over as energy damage because it
Ooh.
can't take it, but the armor reduces it. So it got 11 current HP, evade and E defense of 3, hull +3, agility +2, systems engineering -2, armor 1, speed 10, save 10, and force structure.
All right, so there is no escape from this. It has a lot of structure and health. We got a whale on this thing.
so
but-
I took the full hit. Apparently, that only does it to the attack you took, and then the +1 difficulty. So I took a structure hit and got a glancing blow.
Okay.
Which means I'm
So you-
impaired.
All right,
Very
sir, you want me to take the shot?
Yes, you will be up next.
Okay.
Wait, Zero, did you do all your actions? Or
Yep, marker light is a full tick action, and then my bonus
Ah, yeah.
action for initiative was scan.
okay, yeah.
Okay, so is there an action to aim or some other bonus I can get, or does that not stack with your lock on?
That basically is what lock on is.
All right. Well then, as
So you have 1 accuracy because of your weapon's inherent accuracy, right? And then you'll have another one if you consume lock on.
you want me to consume lock on so I'm at crit, right?
Well, lock on, I want you to consume it so that you guarantee that you hit.
All right.
But when you hit, I'll get to declare that you crit.
I will go ahead and take the shot with the anti-material rifle. Does an 11 hit it?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you? Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
You get.
It's a D20. It's a roll shitty.
Yeah. Did you consume the lock on?
Yes, I consume the lock on.
Yeah, then you get an additional advantage dice.
That's
but
in
it
there.
wouldn't change. No, it's accurate per se. So you get 1 dice accurate, and you get an additional 1 for the lock on.
Yeah, I rolled both of those. That's why I rolled really crappy.
No,
I have the accuracy slider set to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
So,
only rolled 1, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, I
It's
hit it
buggy.
anyway. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
so in this case, you would roll an additional 2d6, and out of all the d6 that you rolled, take the 2 highest die.
No, the 1 highest die.
Do I roll 1 extra dice or do I roll
No,
double?
just you deal your damage. It's and then take your extra actions. It's now just distracting you. You hit
Yeah,
and
no,
that's it. And nothing
Roll
would
all
change it.
damage twice, and then choose the highest dice among
Oh,
all
you
dice.
mean for crit? Oh,
Yeah, for
you make
critical
it a
hits.
crit.
So do you want me to roll damage?
Yes.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's still 9 damage.
Yeah, it's still dying. Okay, I have a move action left. So we move how many? 5?
You move 5, yeah, because you have
Yes.
2 agility.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and move 5. And then, so how does one hide in this game?
You need to have some sort of cover to hide, and
Okay, is this tree
Because-
cover?
I think
That's
it's
just
a
a
skill.
snowdrift.
yeah, it's just a snowdrift.
And hiding, by the way, is automatic. So long as
Yeah.
you're able to hide, you just automatically hide as an action.
Okay, well then I'll boost, which is a quick action. To get to here. Is this cover?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so I get 1 extra quick action the very first round of combat, and I get another quick
Yeah.
action because I'm in this vehicle. So that boosting and the shooting, I have a full action left. I will
No.
reload.
You get the free action because you're in the vehicle. It's only for that. So you have 1 quick action left.
No, I also have a special ability that gives me a quick action the very first turn of combat.
Yes, you get.
What's
You're
the
referring to a talent, is what you're saying.
Yeah, talent.
what's the talent?
Where is that? It was give me a very extra action the very first turn, or do I not
no,
have that anymore?
it's on your frame. You mean your frame thingy initiative?
Oh, that is the frame thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be 3 total then.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll just move to there.
So you move, you boosted, and you have 1 left, right?
Yeah, but I don't actually have a shot to take. Can I lock onto it?
Well, you wanted to hide, didn't you?
I thought you said hiding was free.
No, I said hiding is automatic. It costs an action to do, though.
Okay, sorry. That's a different definition of automatic. I will spend my last quick action to hide.
My apologies. I meant you don't have to roll for it.
And because of all the confusion, I forgot to activate the dragon a second time. But since it would
No, please. Why don't you? Come on.
now I activate it a little bit later, but it's
It gets activated multiple times?
yes, it activates multiple times.
Initiative is basically back and forth, not just, the order.
So if you're outnumbered, you get to attack more often?
No,
I think it's just a special creature or enemy.
yes, Yeah.
Okay.
it's special. You weren't there the last 2 times. Whenever you see an enemy, you may ask for the templates and base class, and everybody else in the group doesn't. But this one is an ultra monstrosity, and the ultra makes it activate several times. So, and it slashes again at Jared.
Jared. Jared's the guy who runs Subway. Who likes little kids. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah. And sorry. Let's say I have the difficulty thing on you, which I forgot again. So I wrote
A 17 would hit no matter what. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I still get a 1 because it's 1 advantage less and it's a crit. So that's
Oh, you're actually rolling damage now. Okay.
yeah. So it's 11 damage.
Cool. Is what Mr. Priest says. Not doing so great out here, guys.
And it slashes at you again, and I forgot advantage again, but it's still another crit.
Okay. Let's see how much over you do. Alright, that'll bring me to 9 for my second structure. So 2d6. That was a 4. Wait, you take the better or the worse? Worse, right? That's right.
The worst, yeah.
System trauma. Parts of your mech are torn off by the damage. 5. System is destroyed. What system do I care about the least? I will lose the hex charges for right now.
Yeah, then it's Cobra's turn.
All right. Move 4. Boost 4. And what was it called in order for me to get that other movement? Is this because it's the
It is
brain?
another boost just because you have initiative.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything here unless I take another half action to boost.
Yeah, don't you have the shotgun with free range? It's in range.
Well, can I shoot in melee?
Yeah, you only get disadvantage if you are in melee. You don't get disadvantage for shooting into melee.
Difficulty.
Okay,
Difficulty.
For someone who hasn't played D&D, you are used to D terms.
all right, so I turned my difficulty up to 1 because my weapon has inaccurate.
Yeah.
And here we go.
So yeah, you hit.
You didn't have any difficulty on that roll, by the way.
I have inaccurate. So how do I make the difficulty stick when I
Just
put it
roll
on the sheet?
2d6, and you can just choose the higher of those to subtract. If you mouse over it, it has that empty parentheses. That means it didn't roll anything.
No, only you're in. Yeah. Okay, you still hit. And now I have to. It rolls its structure check, and it gets to roll twice. Oh no, that was the wrong one. And choose which one it's like. So you made a glancing hit, and it's impaired until the end of its next turn.
All right. Let's see what it is.
So,
All
turn's
right, it's
finished.
top of the
Players
round
again.
then, isn't it?
Too bad I can't taunt it, make it come to me and take some of the heat off of Jareth.
Well, you kind of can, because I'm going to suggest that Jareth go first again and just retreat. At the same time, you only have a single quick action, so I'm wondering if that's even possible.
I don't remember his what's disengage.
Yeah.
I mean, what action is disengage?
Yeah, I'm taking a look.
Yeah, the problem is disengage is an action that doesn't allow you to move. So you would have to use another action.
It's also a full action, which also makes it not worth.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, that
able.
was what I was worried about here.
Can't you take a
Yeah.
full action and then move?
I braced, which means I can only take a quick action.
You braced, which is the problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was taking 12 damage. I had to brace.
Don't you get an extra action for being in the mech?
No, initiative is only the first turn of combat.
Roger that,
You
boss.
could pop your core power right now to do things.
Oh, and also I forgot to reduce your heat at the end of the last round because of the freezing thing. So you can do that now if you want to take
boy.
overcharge into.
Yeah, but you can only overcharge for a quick, and you can't combine 2 quick actions into a full. So
Yeah, that's true.
Well, boss, do you want me to try and take the shot to see if I can get it off of him?
yeah, you go ahead. No, wait, no, actually, because after you turn, it's going to be his turn, and I'm going to be. I think
Right.
I need to
Right,
do
so
something.
he has to do something immediately, or Cobra has to, like, get in the way somehow.
I'm going to move away. It can do whatever the hell it wants.
Alright.
Does it react to me moving or what?
Yes, it does.
And that's how I lost my leg in the war.
And it hits for 6 more damage.
I can take a 6. Alright. That was only a move. I still have actions.
Does Brace's difficulty last until the end of your turn?
I will. Actually, you mind if I stopped right here? I'm going to take the silence as a no. Yes. Whatever. I'm going to lock onto it.
Okay. How did you get a second action?
I didn't. This is my first. Moving is free, remember?
No,
You don't even
braced.
get movement when you brace.
Then I did
Yeah.
nothing. I stopped right here behind Cobra.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Unfortunate, I know.
Isn't it just going to move and kill you, though?
Cobra's in front of me
No.
with a shotgun, and I have an ability that I want Cobra to be aware of called
Okay.
Spotter. I just, so if you want to lock onto it or something, you get to
I
roll
should
your
also
attack roll
mention-
twice.
That the shotgun has threat 3 arc, so since it will move within your threat before it gets to you, you'll get to shoot it before it gets to you.
Oh, excellent.
Oh no. Is that Is that
That
for
is just
any
threat
movement?
reaction.
for any movement?
For any movement that is within threat.
Okay, then shoot ahead.
Okay, I turned difficulty on. Let's see if it works this time. Looks like it did.
Ouch. Well, I guess it gets to you.
Yes, and it's impaired by your shot, so it gets a little bit less advantage, but it still hits for 6 damage, and slashes at you twice, 6 more damage. Next player's turn.
You want me to take the shot?
If you think you can make the shot and not worry about crits, you could go ahead and make the shot, or I could help you first.
I'm only shooting with the assault rifle. The weapon has to be reloaded.
Ah, fair. Yeah, go ahead and make the shot then.
Okay, so all right, and I'm attacking from a concealed position, which means I get a bonus.
I mean, also, if you're going to help anybody with crits, it's probably you want it on Cobra, who has
Yeah.
2d6 damage and can roll twice since I'm next to him.
Okay. A 4, unless it's resistant, then it's 2.
Well, you crit, though, so you can roll your damage again and see if you get better.
Oh, how do you crit?
Anything 20 and above.
Oh, okay. Excellent. 4 it is.
No, it doesn't have resistance, but it has armor.
Okay.
1, so it's 3 damage.
All right. Bang. My other action will be to hide. I jump out, bang, and hide again.
And
All right. Does it take its second activation?
yeah, its second activation, it isn't impaired anymore. And it slashes at Cobra furiously for 6 damage. And 6 more damage.
All right, so I'm at 4 now, so that brings me to
Well, first, your total is 16, right?
yes.
So it'd take you down to 14 on your first go around, in which case you're taking 1 structure damage. And then you'll end at 8 after we figure out what your structure damage comes to.
Down to 8 points, hit points,
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, 8, and then you roll your d6 to see what happens with your structure loss.
All right, I'm looking on the sheet right now where do I keep track of structure?
Your upper left hand, there's a whole bar for structure. You just increase the numbers as it goes.
Oh, okay, so just click on the 1.
Yep, and there's a handout for structure damage if you want to look at that while you roll.
And you said it's 2d6?
No, 1d6. You've only lost 1 point of structure. I'm rolling
Okay.
2d6 because I've been fucked up.
Glancing blow. You are impaired the next turn, so you roll everything at a disadvantage. Difficulty.
Okay.
So, rest of the players.
That would just be me then.
Well, Cobra still has to go too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, Cobra can also go.
Yeah.
I'll interject first though, and I will ask, like, Cobra, you're gonna. Did you brace?
No, but should
Okay.
I?
No.
If you really wanted to, but because you didn't, I'm going to go ahead and give you instructions to just lay into that thing as much as possible and give you a leader die. So
All
that'll
right.
be an extra plus 1d6 when you follow my orders. I'm just moving over here, and I'm going to unload into it. Because I just need to.
Oh, you're not going to do the Maker Light thing?
Actually, I've been considering, I think I might actually activate my core system this turn and do a whole lot of things. So I could actually go ahead and open up with Marker Light.
I just mean because I'm a spotter and I'm finally standing next to somebody, which means he's less likely to miss as well.
Right. And I'll let someone else take advantage of that later. So that's going to be 4 heat, which you said turns into energy on him. As I'm literally just melting the ice. And then I'm going to go ahead and barrage it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the assault rifle. For 19 for 1.
Oh,
That's too reliable.
Yeah, and 1 left
Well, that's
after
if
the
I
other.
missed, I guess.
No, reliable always counts, even if you roll damage.
Oh, okay.
So
That is very good.
it is. Cobra.
And the second
Oh, yeah,
attack
yeah.
would be the thermal lance, which I shouldn't be rolling with accuracy, but I rolled 1 anyway, so.
All right,
Okay.
so my turn here.
Yes.
All right, now I have difficulty because I am impaired, right?
Yes.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to do a barrage.
This thing have a
Looking at my-
lock on it, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it
a-
has lock on right now.
And you have a leadership die, so you could
Yes.
offset to difficulty.
Offset or ignore.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
it gets
ignore
back
that
to
difficulty
zero.
then, and use Man at Arms to gain +1 accuracy on my first melee attack with a main melee weapon.
Okay. You have a lock on which you can use once, and a leadership you use once. Do you want use
So,
both on
use a
your
lock on
first
the
attack?
leadership.
Yeah.
So that gives me 2 accuracy.
Yeah.
With my Man at Arms. Okay.
Right. Make your
But-
hit with the lock on the one that rolls the most die.
So I think we got confused. Difficulty and the other thing, advantage, accuracy. It adds up, and depending on which weapon you use, it depends. It determines where you end out, and so you have to say before the attack what you all use. You could
Actually,
use
they
it all
cancel
on
each other
this
out.
attack,
Heavy Charge Blade.
and you use leadership and lock on.
Yes. So I roll this one twice because of the the spotter
Yeah.
action that Jareth. And I think I get something special for that. Let me take a look.
Okay.
If your die result on your D20 is a 20, do that.
It wasn't though. It was a 16.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
okay.
rolled max damage anyway, so
Don't you
Okay.
hate that when you got all this bonus stuff and it all doesn't matter because you just rolled too well anyway?
Stop being so awesome.
I mean,
Ark. Ah.
I guess technically with Particularize you could roll again and see if you get a 20. Because you can just roll twice. It says you could choose either result.
Okay, and I'll roll the D6s for the accuracies.
no, you just
You've
hit
already
roll
hit.
your
No,
Roll your
I'm asking him to roll again because he can choose either result, and he can still just get a natural 20.
yeah, but
He didn't,
it
though.
doesn't matter if he
It does, because he has Brutal.
no, he rolled maximum damage. He can't roll higher than maximum
No,
damage.
Brutal lets you roll double damage. Doesn't it?
No, brutal says you roll a deal maximum damage instead of rolling twice.
Instead of rolling all the damage twice and choosing the highest result, your attack deals maximum damage for its base and bonus dice.
Yeah, but you dealt maximum damage. So
Okay, then. Well, this is still a barrage, so I get another attack. This one is now a difficulty because I no longer have those.
You burned all of your bonuses?
yes,
Well,
he did.
I got a +1 accuracy on the first melee attack, and I got accuracy from the lock on.
So
What
for
I
your
use?
second attack, you can burn your leadership then.
Okay,
No, he burned it already on the first attack.
yes, you're right.
Oh, I thought he said he had his talent and then lock on.
I did use
Yeah, and
the
the
leadership die
leadership.
as well.
Oh, right. He had additional difficulty, I guess, is
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay. Is there? Yeah, but he rolled well and hits the dragon again.
Ooh.
Now I have to.
Thank you for the help, guys.
So, and yeah, now it's like this. Roll 2d6. Roll 2d6.
There we go. We hit a structure. Good job.
Yeah, you hit a structure. And now let me get back to the monstrosity. And I picked the 3, get knocked prone, because I can just ignore get knocked prone due to its special trait Unstoppable. So it takes more structure, but it's still going on full. Player's turn.
All right. Cobra, you want to just go at it again?
All right.
You won't have any bonuses or anything. Is that something you want to do?
I'm back now, by the way.
Yeah, but
Welcome back.
Cobra lost his impairment, and he gets this melee bonus for his first attack because of his talent.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. So
Yeah.
that sounds great. Cobra, how about you just go again right now?
And
Okay, let me take a look at my talent, so I'm doing this wrong. Oh, and I have 2 Blade Master dice. How should I represent?
however you like.
I'll just use a red dot with the number 2 in it. Okay, I'm going to feint the dragon, or whatever this is, so that Jerish can not provoke reactions from it.
Sheriff.
No,
And-
it's only you can ignore these reactions.
Choose an adjacent character as a quick action. Starting your next turn, your movements ignore engagement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I see.
your
I read
movement.
that wrong. All right, then never mind. I'll just smack him around. Okay, let's do the heavy charge blade first. And that probably missed.
Yeah.
Regular charge blade.
And that hits.
All right, and I think I'm going to use power up and make an additional full action barrage to really pen him in. So here we go again with the. Wait, should I be firing my shotgun as well or no when I do a barrage?
You can pick any of your 2 weapons. If you think the shotgun is better, you should use it. If you want to use the sword, you can use it.
I'm enjoying this one.
Then keep swording it to death.
Okay, that 4 missed again. I don't know if that 10 hit or not.
Yeah, and 10 hits again. So you did quite a sizable chunk to it with all your slashing. And now the dragon is angry and does its thing. It slashes at you. I posted a Blade Master dice to remind you. You can parry to half damage if you
Yes,
want.
that's what I'm thinking of doing because I have 3 of those points now and I'm in melee.
Really
so
worthwhile.
Okay, so then 6 damage half makes 3, and you expended 1 Blade Master dice.
Yes.
And it slashes again. That's a critical.
Can I parry again or is that only once per round?
No, as long as you have dice, it's 7 damage. You can parry again, then would be only 4 damage. Okay. Next player.
I think I'm gonna risk
Paladin.
taking a shot.
Yeah, you want to take a shot?
Yep. Pop up and take the shot.
If you're using the assault rifle, you can always lock on first to give yourself more accuracy. The assault rifle, yeah.
Yeah, but he hides to get more accuracy that way.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot your turn works
So-
differently.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure this out. So anyone can lock on.
Yes.
Okay, so
Then
I
anyone can use it, so I could lock on for you.
It's just a quick action, that's all.
it's a quick act, right? Okay, right, but it's also a quick action to hide.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna take the shot because I can't shoot the assault rifle twice. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the shot with the assault rifle with the accuracy. So let's do that. Bang. That is not a crit, so that's 6 points of damage.
Yes. And
Okay. Then
yes,
I'm going.
wait. Let me roll here the how is it called? A structure check. You
Okay.
and roll it again. And there's 2 in both. So you dismembered one of its legs. You get to deal 1d6 bonus damage, and it's slowed for the rest of the scene.
Okay. Now, what determines how far you move? What is the movement calculation?
Your mech. And Everest can move 4. Every 2 points of agility adds 1 to that movement. You have 2 points of agility, which means you have +1 movement, so 5.
Okay. So here's what I'll do. I will fly because when I
No,
fly,
please roll your bonus damage, so the structure check gets completed.
I get bonus damage.
Yeah, because you dismembered one of its legs.
So what do I roll?
A
1d6.
d6.
All right. Five.
Good. Now you can take your second action.
Okay, I will go ahead and move. Now my movement is normally 4. My agility goes up to 4 whenever I'm flying. So I'll take the heat because I have a special ability called Ace that gives me extra agility whenever I'm flying, which raises my movement by 2 points, which gets me to here, which gets me within 1 melee range, and I will skirmish you with the charge blade.
I don't. But you get 1 bonus movement because your agility is always at 5. But
My agility is 2,
Yes,
Yeah,
it means
yeah.
you get a +1 movement over your mech space.
but I can raise my agility to 4.
okay, how
Right,
do
so you get an
do
extra
that?
1 because of your talent, is what you're saying. Yes.
How do
Right.
you raise the agility? I don't see that.
Whenever oh. No, I'm sorry. That's just a bonus to rolls to avoid being hit while you're.
Yeah.
My bad. I misread that.
It was almost beautiful.
I'll just hide again. Good luck.
So, it's the dragon's second turn, right?
Yeah. Cobra went, it went, then Paladin went, so I guess this is, second
Yeah.
turn.
Then Cobra.
Yes.
Okay, the dragon just got dismembered, and because of the agony, it manages to miss you.
It tries to hit me with a leg that's gone, basically.
But
No,
for the
that
second
one hit.
attack, it's a crit again.
Gonna
crit that
parry
would-
that.
Okay, then it's 5 damage.
So I go to -4 from the structure, so that gives me the. And I roll on Hall again.
You
I roll 2 dice this time.
Yeah, 2d6.
And that will say glancing blow.
Yes. So you're just impaired. Okay.
Right.
Next player.
That leaves me.
Actually, there's 2 of us, but you go first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I could either move in and try to be a distraction again and trade out with everyone else, Or I could just go ahead and take the gamble and see if I can destroy it right now. I'm going to go ahead and barrage. So I will start with the assault rifle. Does 3 damage, kinetic.
Yeah.
And the second attack is the thermal lance, which will do 8 energy. So is that enough for it to hit another structure point?
Nope.
Dang it. Well, up to you, Jared. Jarrell? Jared? Yeah, there we go, Jared.
I don't know why you guys don't know the name of the Goblin King.
Okay, now it makes perfect sense. Now I'll never forget.
Yeah. Dance, magic, dance. Anyway. It's my turn. Then I will hunter killer this guy. Does a 13 hit?
Yes, 13 does hit.
5 kinetic. And then I will lock on. And then I will use the lock on for an autopod.
Okay. How you can use the autopod is that just...
This is an integrated system, cannot be fired normally. Instead, it detects and picks up on target locks. Basically, I have to wait till somebody uses a lock on to do it, and I can just claim to use a lock on.
Okay. Then, but that
Uh,
doesn't hit.
Hold on. The lock on itself, I still have to roll. It's a 13 hit.
Okay, describe how you managed to kill the dragon.
It's literally a razor sharp spinning disc. The thing fires off from the edge of my arm, goes through the neck, thing falls to the ground, and you're letting me explain it, huh? It falls to the ground and explodes, and I walk away, not looking back. I guess it was filled with natural
How did it
gas.
explode?
Cool guys, don't look back.
It was a razor blade. What was in that?
Poof. Didn't see that one coming.
Alright. Well, we're a little the worse for wear for that, but I'm surprised it didn't try to fly away after it took an almost fatal blow.
Yeah, it got dismembered, and so it got slowed, and all its bonus movement just got out of the... So now I can't boost away.
Well, at least it's down and out. We still have more movement for the day, but I think we also need to worry about repairs.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to repair first? Huh?
Yes. 2 of us are
Let's
2
take
structure down.
At the very least, you're in an Everest, so it's very cheap to get that back up.
Yeah, I would need to spend 3 repairs. 2 on structure, 1 on hit points.
Okay, so I need to spend.
I think it's the same as me, unless you don't care about your hit points.
I do, so I'll spend 3 and go fix my structure from 1 to 0 and fix my.
Oh, I thought you had 2 structure damage.
No, just 1. So I'm only spending 2 structure, 2
You
repairs.
sure? You rolled 2d6 on your last structure check. That's 2 structure damage.
Oh, I forgot to mark it. Okay, so I'll spend 2 for the structure and 1 for the repair.
Right. Because normally it's 2, but we're in an Everest, and that's replaceable parts. So we
Yes.
both spend 3. Which leaves us with 1 repair left, and we haven't even reached our main target.
I have 2 repairs left because I didn't take as much damage as you in the first.
Oh,
round.
right, yeah. So I need to learn to stop rushing forwards. Lee with the spotter trait.
Okay.
Alright. So I suppose we should go back to the other map, and we do have at least 2 more hexes we could move today normally.
Yeah, I
we start
marked
pushing
the
ourselves.
hour for you.
Mhm.
And at 110, sun goes down. And you need 2.5 hours per hex right now.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
oh,
wait,
right.
wait,
We only
wait,
moved 2, and we're on our 3rd movement then.
Wait, before we move away from this apex predator here, I would suggest that we try to harvest its bile or its urine or something like that. We might be able to use that to distract other predators away from us.
That wouldn't be a bad idea if you know how to do it.
Well, that's survival, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Doesn't Arcloid have survival?
Yes,
And I brought a survival kit.
as did I.
So why don't we try that? It might not work. It might, or it might. Because I don't think. Hopefully, there's nothing more apex than that.
Let's hope he doesn't evolve.
Um,
Well, I've
Like
learned
I said,
Thunderstone. So.
we might be able to use it as a chemical repellent for some of the predators. I think it's worth a try.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I'm just waiting to
Okay.
see what Cobra comes up with.
Yeah, let's.
And then little do we know that we've attracted all of the rest of the apex predators as mates.
Well, that depends on which land you harvest.
Do you know what a ice pterodactyl has?
I'll just cut it
No,
open and pick the smelliest bit.
Well, I guess let's see the roll and see what the result is.
You get accuracy for having the kit. So go ahead and roll. Let's see how your chemical repellent. So you put something on your max and let's see how it works.
well, actually,
Okay.
I'm thinking we should store this because we just put it on our mechs. This doesn't get blown off. We should use it later when something comes at us.
Right, because we are
Right.
walking
Okay.
through storm after storm.
Yeah.
Okay, then you store it. Fine. Okay. You can continue moving.
All right, movement number 3. Let's check the weather.
And it gets worse again.
Of course. Is still not storming exactly, right?
Yeah, it's storming, but not at full blizzard levels, so you would have to make the engineering checks at accuracy if you continue moving.
Let's go ahead and wait here for a bit then.
Yeah. I see. So 106 mark. Better stays. Better get worse. It's a full blizzard now.
Yeah, this is big igloo time. So yeah, we're gonna hunker down and we're just gonna wait out the night, I think, at this point. Finish putting the paint back on so that we'd be extra cool and see if it gets any better.
For morning is there and it's still full blizzard time.
Well, we're still nearing half, but we're definitely in range of our goal. We don't have to do anything. We can just wait this out.
Okay, it's back to storm time.
Okay, let's see if it gets a little better.
Yeah. It gets worse.
Immediately got worse.
And now it's 5 roads, so it's falling night again.
Okay, so we'll wait the night out.
What's the hour count?
You're 130. It gets better during the night, but it's still stormy. I guess you continue sleeping.
Yeah, we can just wait.
And
And then it got better.
so yeah, it's still in the night. But you're rested. I guess you want to continue or wait for
I
sunlight.
guess we could just wait until morning.
Okay. Then
Get full rest, move out.
and it's very good weather in the morning again. You managed
Perfect.
to.
Alright, so in the morning, we set out again, 140 hours. So, movement 1.
Second, I just mark down the hour in my sheet. Okay, weather stays good. Movement 2.
Movement 2.
Weather stays good. Movement 3
Movement 3.
and 4. And it's
Ooh.
back to light storm.
Okay. Movement 5.
And weather got better again.
I'm going to propose one last movement, and then we can bed down for the night. That would put us just on the edge of the slope, and outside of their scouting ranges perfectly, which is exactly where we want to be.
So you want to move during the night. Okay. And weather
Go
stays
ahead and
as
delete
it
the
is.
dots now. Their purpose has been served. And the next move forward will have to cross these two,
Yeah.
and then into the third. We could also maybe take a route completely around, but I'm not sure about that. Have to go at least out to here.
Well, we don't want to go here. We'd wind up right in the middle of the base.
Well, the thing is that we should probably go through one of them, not both of them.
Right,
It-
the idea here is that we could maybe take like this long route around and maybe
Um,
be mostly outside, but that would be an extra 40 hours or
Um,
50.
all of that's
See.
pointless. We should drop here
Mhm.
with the tree cover and then dash to here. Because
Right.
even if we go around here, they're not going to send the troops to intercept us. They're going to send the troops to guard this position, which is their weak point.
Mhm.
So if we go around here, that just gives this guy more time to get to here, and then we'll have to fight both of them. If we go here and make a mad dash for here, we might be able to get there a couple hours ahead of these two guys.
Right. So the plan is basically still on. We're going to have to hope that the trees give us enough cover and that we don't screw it up.
Yeah. Because because if we could get here and somehow pass undetected to here, which I'm going to incredibly strongly doubt.
Maybe if we waited for a storm, we could also use it as cover, but that might also risk us getting caught out with our mechs on ice.
In theory, if we could get as far as here without getting detected, then it would be 6 hours in clear ground to get to here.
Hmm.
So I assume it would be slower with the storm. But even if there was a storm, making any progress to here or to here, and even bedding down in the storm would still give us we could still use it as cover to get heads up. But once again, we don't attack this until the 12th day.
Right.
Because it might also be that when they attack from the 12th day, they might attack on other fronts, which may lure people away from here and here.
Well, they're counting on us to shut down their communications before they attack, which is why it's so on the moment. So we don't want them to attack and then we go into action. That would be the worst case scenario.
Right. So
So
they're
we
waiting
could
for us to hit
really
the
just
grid.
wait out a bunch of time here and at least a day before hop down.
And remember, they got their elite units guarding this area up ahead of us.
Right. I mean, but we basically have to wait until the 12th day. They told us we don't attack until the 12th day.
Right, they're organizing their attack based on when they told us to do our attack.
Right. So we hold down and wait.
Okay. So I'll give command over to Lesser for a moment and use the bathroom.
I order everyone to self-destruct and get my paycheck from the other side.
Finally.
Easy money, guys, easy money. My God told me to do it. I do think it's interesting that this highly advanced other force are all living in yurts, apparently.
That's just the icon.
So I'm back. You still forming plans? Or are you decided?
I think we're just going to park here and we're going to wait to the 12th day.
Well, no, we can't wait here for the 12th day because it'll take us too much time to cross the distance, especially if a storm comes up.
I was thinking that, yeah, that, well, I guess we'll have to watch the weather, but we could try to get in the woods, but we can't. We're literally going to have to make a mad dash the very last day to get there.
Not to mention that we also have to accomplish the task once we get there. We don't know exactly how long that's going to be. So we can't just leave it up to like the last minute. We gotta get there with some time ahead.
Once we get there, we only have a few hours. After a few hours, we will be overwhelmed.
Right. That's just why I'm saying we have to time it right. We can't just leave anything up to chance of storm.
Right. We could descend the cliffs and hide in these woods here.
Right.
But before we did that, so how many more hours do we have to 0 hour?
I think we were at 140 right there. 142.5. If we rest out the rest of the day, we could get up to like 160, and we basically need to leave at like 200 hours, so we got like 3 days.
Okay, so who is our stealth expert?
I think there's 2 of us, isn't there?
Yeah, Lesser, you're a stealth expert, right?
I'm
And
good
I
at
think
it.
Cobra also has it.
I do not.
I thought Crusader did.
I do, but Lesser, you have both stealth and you have the ability to scan things or defeat sensory. You basically have ECM for that.
I, as a pilot, do. As a pilot, I can turn invisible. As a mech, I do not. As a mech, I have the same ability to hack.
Okay,
I'm pretty good at hacking. I have like a +3 to hack. I just mean.
Okay, because we could send somebody to check the woods out to see what they do with the woods.
I mean, I'm willing to go.
I do have an Omni hook, and I do dabble in a bit of hacking. Perhaps I could try to break their encryption and just listen in on them broadcasting what they're doing.
Now that we're at the cliff edge and the weather is clear, you might be able to listen on their conversations.
Right, it seems very possible.
Why don't we try that?
I agree. Hi.
Yeah, but hacking military encrypted networks is super frigging hard, so you will...
Well, that's the thing. I'm not trying to, like, break into their networks. If they're using radios and communicating it all, they are broadcasting, and I'm just listening.
Hey, Zero. Maybe I could just borrow your Omni hook? This is me. This is me saying, hey, the thing I put a +4 in is hack.
Okay, so if you're better at it, then you can give it a try.
Right. The next question I would have is, isn't this a civilian power station?
Yeah, please, one question at a time. Such is otherwise it gets confusing for me. Yeah, you can hack this by receiving it, but if it's encrypted with a strong encryption algorithm, it's like super freaking hard to actually decrypt it. You won't get caught when they radio it out, it's right, but decrypting something like that is a task for thousands of people.
Good God, if only I had some sort of godlike NHP on my side that could do such a thing.
Yeah, so you got a chance, but it's not the best.
Well, let's try it. It doesn't cost us anything.
Right. We have like a couple days to burn anyway.
But the next question I would have is, this power station, is this a military grade power station or is this a civilian grade power station that's been repurposed to be military?
No, it's a general civilian power station, and it's just guarded by the military because of strategic importance.
Right. So the military directions are going to be encrypted, but the orders that are coming in and out of the power station and the way it's handling traffic and its load balances, that probably isn't encrypted because it's civilian grade.
Yeah.
So that could give us some idea about where the station is and what load it's handling if you could find out which nodes are doing more work. So we could try to hack into the civilian power station.
Yeah, you can do that if you want, and it will be pretty boring because some engineers say, oh, we have to put more power on line 5, and Here's a little light. Watch that before it gets out of hand. And
Right. Well,
Well,
but we
boring things are the hacker's expertise. So
we have 40 hours, so I would like to gather as much intel as possible because I would rather be bored than dead.
yeah, it's a power station. It's handling a lot of load, and you already know where it is.
Right.
So-
We might get some more information because we don't. Any more information is better than nothing. We have nothing better to do.
It's not boring. Just put the camera above me and spin 360.
yeah, just show you
So-
like typing really fast. That's what hacking is, right?
Oh, my brain.
Two
No,
hackers,
it's not.
one keyboard.
So, yeah, you.
How does that work? God damn it. That's with a +4. So you can do the math. I'm just confused, I guess, why it didn't show up in a red box. When you roll a 1, it's usually a red box.
Yeah.
No problem,
And
guys. My expertise. I've literally put all of my skill in. Oh, I've spilled soda on my keyboard.
You wanna wait on this side of the cliff, or you want to?
Yeah, we're
Pass.
at the top of the cliff here, which is, as we've calculated, perfectly out of range of both bases.
Yeah,
6
but
and 6,
like
7.
on the map, you're on the top of the cliff, but like in the tactical, you're still at the base of the cliff, right? So you have to scale the whole mountain and cross it.
I guess I should ask this real quick. I figured this is the higher part, right? Or is this the lower part? Like, is the Blizzard Plains up or down from like the area we're going to go to?
Yeah, it's down.
Okay, so we're at the lower elevation. We're going to higher. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so we're at the base of it then, and we're going up later.
And so you just wait 5 more days, or you want to do something before, like cross into the woods? Didn't hear your result.
Right. Our plan right now is probably going to be to wait until 200 hours, and then from 200 hours to like 220-ish, wait in the woods there.
Okay.
So, unless like our casual observations during this time is, it might take a lot more hours than anticipated to like climb this section of a cliff. Because we do all have jump jets for this purpose, and one of us can just fly.
Yeah, there are patrols around. The more you fly and the faster you go, the easier it's to spot you. And if you search for low and covered route, it will take you longer, but you will have less chance of being detected.
Right. Well, we do have 20 hours. When we get to the top of it, we'll need at least 6 hours to move to our preferred location. So if we can do it in 4 hours just to get up the cliff, that would probably be okay. So like half time then.
Okay, so you jump to hour 200 and then you scale the cliff.
Okay. Do we have any problems with that or anything you want us to do?
Yeah, I want you to do a group check and describe your approach. So, are you going slow and stealthy? Are you going fast, jumping, flying around?
Well, since some of us have just jump jet systems, we're taking our time, staying low, looking for flat areas to jump to and from, and generally trying not to, say, collapse the side of the wall and go tumbling down. That would be the
Yes.
worst.
And since I can fly, I'm willing to offer assists to those who can't.
Yeah. So you have no difficulty at all. Did someone else also buy flying? I think you did, Lester, didn't you?
I don't think so. Hold on.
Or did you just buy jump jets?
I thought I just bought jump jets. I'm double checking. Yeah, I bought jump jets.
Yeah,
Okay.
jump jets, it's short-term flying. Okay, then go ahead and Everybody describe his approach and roll.
Boop.
Okay, I
use-
think Lesser
I
did
would-
already.
Yeah, no, I mean, I look for the largest pile of snow, and I make sure that I can get my feet as close as possible before the jump jets activate, so that even the heat signature is buffered by the melting ice.
Hey, there's something weird out there. There's a human-sized object like a Yeti, but it has no heat signature. Let's check it out, guys.
Ah, you idiot! Those are called wampas. They're all over the place out here. Careful though, they're apparently very resilient to kinetic damage, and they regenerate. They travel in packs of 4, I hear.
That's okay, just bring your lightsaber along, you'll be fine.
They like to store their food hanging from the ceiling.
Crusader? Is Crusader AFK or something?
Rafferty, you there?
I'm sorry. Suddenly we were like, so we're descending, right?
Oh, ascending.
Oh, I thought this was a drop off.
Yeah, I thought this
I
was
know, I
decent.
thought the same too for a bit. We've clarified.
Oh, okay. Nope.
So-
Sorry. I just remember you saying we described the descent, and then sorry, no one said the magic words "make a roll," which is what I was kind of waiting for.
Alright,
Yeah.
so yeah, make a roll, act unseen and unheard.
Okay. I don't know why I'm pushing buttons here.
You know why
Rafferty,
everybody
you
thought
know-
it was a descent? Because there's a shadow.
Yeah, there's a shadow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you ascend and then you descend on the other side. Sorry, it's shadowy.
So it's like
That's
a
more of a
wall.
mountain range then, yeah.
What a curious ridge.
So, and this ridge basically protects the other side from a lot of wildlife and storms.
Yeah. So I thought we all thought this was a plateau.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion.
Well, now we know better. Still, we're here, and
Still, no worries.
is there anything that would mitigate our progress up to this hex?
No, you managed to do stuff. So,
Stuff is
Alright.
90% of everything I do.
yeah, no,
So-
you managed to travel there without catching any patrols, or the patrols catching you.
Alright, so we have a straight shot that is 2, 4, 6 hours away. We can basically time ourselves. I'm gonna say it seems unlikely that we'll avoid attention, but at least maybe we can get there.
So, yeah. So you spend the rest of the rest of the first day in the woods, and then you sleep for the night. And I guess on the second day you are still waiting for stuff to happen.
Right.
Waiting
So
for the next
even their
day.
timing for 240 hours, it seems like they're doing like a midnight night attack kind of thing, right?
No, they are doing a morning attack.
Oh, right, morning attack. So basically, we're resting up and being ready to be fully awake at night, and then start moving out in like the last 6 to 8 hours, I guess.
So yeah, on the last day before your mission, you see a boy stumbling through the woods, and he spots you. Seems like
Step on him.
he's Huh?
No.
Step on him!
Finish describing what's happening first.
Yeah, and then I'll step on him.
Peter, could you please enunciate however it's pronounced again? You're slipping into this slow and so you just kill him. Great. Okay.
No witnesses. This is a major military operation on which thousands, nay millions of lives are on stake. We don't need this boy spilling the beans on anything, or even giving the hint that he's seen anything out here.
There's now a missing child.
Well, yeah, which is very much more explainable than, hey, I saw 4 large mechs standing out in the woods.
Let me clarify. Parents get worried and go looking, and there will be searches now.
Yeah, in 24 hours from now. Look, I've declared a intent. I haven't done anything yet. You're the commanding officer. You have plenty of time to see me go to step
Well,
on
that's
the
why I
scale.
said, like, I'd like to keep hearing what Teal Chan said first before you
Yeah,
just declare.
Okay. Yeah, the boy seems like he's collecting berries and wood, so supply and food. But if you trust Stepper on him, you can manage to do that. There's no chance he can put any resistance up to that.
Wait a minute. He's poaching for berries? The nearest inhabitation's 10 hours from here by vehicle.
Yeah, the nearest city, but there may be small huts, like just a family living close to the woods or so.
Wow, that wall really must keep the critters out. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, especially since the apex predators fly.
Yeah, you think they just fly right over and eat these delicious children.
That's why the wall is full of anti-air guns, so that the lizards don't fly over.
Yeah, thank God there's not this 10-kilometer hole in it where we tend to be right in the flight path of.
Yeah, but the anti-air guns got enough range to cover that hole.
Well, it's been confirmed the Yeti don't climb.
Yeah.
Still, this is a young child. Like, this is like preteen or teenager or what?
Yeah, maybe like 13, so early teen.
So make sure he doesn't go between the mech's toes when you step on them.
I do like the Zero's attempt to humanize him. That's like, I wouldn't step on a young child. As opposed to those older children I murder all the time.
Well, if he's a child in the middle of the woods, his habitation can't be too far from here. So if you do kill him, I think we should take him hostage and find out where he lives.
Well, I will wave politely and approach friendly. I won't have any weapons out or anything at all. I'll just go.
That is, wow. Okay.
Yes. Watch and observe, or me fail.
Yeah, the hunting party that this child is with.
Yeah, he is frozen like a deer in the spotlight, and he just watches you.
Hi there, kid. How's it going?
Zero, do you have a data blade?
Do I? No, actually.
Yeah, he looks at you confused and says something like, "Ich nichts verstehe."
9.
Oh, I don't know his language. I'll kind of look back over towards Lester. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
you got that data plate?
Yep.
You want to come over here and help me? I need to borrow it for a second.
I mean, I'll come down there. My data plate is the jewelry that I wear, so sure, I'll come down there.
I'm gonna hide and get my rifle out, so if I need to snipe the kid, I will.
Good plan. Thumbs up from behind.
I get +2 to avoid being seen, and +2 to take him out.
Right. So while I'm waiting for Lester to come, I am looking at him, smiling, and giving a thumbs up, and just holding up one finger for 1 second.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm the hand of my mech goes to where the cockpit is. I step out onto it, and the hand just lowers down to the ground. It's like, how is he doing that without controlling the mech? I'll walk over there.
Yeah. Okay, you get a data plate and then.
Oh no, I'm wearing it, so it's not transferable.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
then?
you'll hear what he says, and you'll tell me, and then I'll try to ask you to say stuff back to him, which is basically pulling out the dictionary on it. So what did the boy say before then, now that we have the data plate here? Or what is he going to say now?
He just looks at you and waits.
I'm sorry. Repeat?
Repeat what?
What you said a moment ago to my friend here.
I don't understand your friend.
Oh. He says he doesn't understand you.
Alright. Tell him that we are working with the Plague Gria military as mercenaries, and we're here to protect him and everyone here.
He said, "Don't be afraid. We're here to protect you."
Tedder, that seems like you should make a roll. How convincing you
Sure. I have this trigger here solved great with kids.
are.
I want to hack this child. How about that? How about, can I invent or create a convincing lie? No, it's just flat D20? Got it.
Yeah.
I would hope that I would be able to use my triggers on this, but unfortunate. Hey,
18.
nice 18.
Yeah. His eyes go big and he nods and yeah, your answers. You're so cool. Can I see your mech?
Yeah, it's right over there. You can see it from here.
Sure, come and take a look.
Did Teta translate for you?
I imagine that I said what I said, and then Zero looks at me for a second. Oh, yeah, shit, right, that's right. He says he wants to see our mechs.
So, I'll stand up, guide him over, and just kind of show him.
Yeah, he looks at your mech like it's Christmas.
Yeah. It'll, like, kneel down. I'll, like, show him what the cockpit looks like.
He's impaired and slow when he tries to take it from you.
And I will reach into my mech, into the container compartment, and pull out some chocolate from my extra rations.
Yeah, he's super happy when he gets that.
Alright.
So what does he scream when he activates the self-destruct bomb around his chest? Big man, this is a war zone.
What?
All citizens must be ready to suicide on command. Exactly how wars go.
Yeah, after maybe 10 or 20 minutes of staring at your mechs, he nods and says something like, I must continue collecting or else we won't have enough wood. So thank you for. And he just throws away through the woods, and you can see him for a while collecting more, but after an hour or so you lose sight of him if you don't want to do anything else.
I think that bomb has been disarmed. So I think
No.
we're good.
I think that bomb is now on a timer, and the timer is counting.
Well, we
What?
only have this last day, and all we have to do is wait until the appropriate little bit past sundown, and then head out on our mission.
So, yeah, it's in a meta sense. I would like to cut the session short because we have about 40 minutes left, and if you get into next combat and stuff, it could take longer, and I dislike stopping mid-combat. So yeah.
This seems like a good point anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, we can stop at nightfall, and then you can think about when you want to embark. Any suggestions? What did I do good today? What did I not so good today?
So what is heat for?
You can overheat, and you can like melt down the reactor of your mech.
Yeah, but how do you overheat?
You go over the total amount of heat you can have on your
Sorry,
mech.
let me backpedal. How does one gain heat?
You can be hacked. There are certain items on your mech that will induce heat on you. For instance, flying.
You could take an overcharge action, which does an increasing amount of heat each time you overcharge to get extra actions. Or you could have a weapon like mine that gives you heat every time you fire it.
I was waiting for the overcharge thing, so we could take extra actions.
Well, once. You can only take an overcharge action once a turn.
Okay,
and each time you do, you take an increasing amount of heat. I think something like 1, 1d3, 1d6, 1d6 plus 1.
But
no, it's 1d6 plus 3 at the most.
There you go.
But it's cold, so you bleed 2 heat a turn. Extra.
Right. We're in special circumstances that make heat harder
Right.
to accumulate.
So that would be that's inviting. So that's what I'm getting at. Okay,
Mhm.
that was my question. It's an interesting game.
I definitely like that we had the chance to do some character slight roleplay with this young child and everyone's attempts to murder him.
Well,
Good job, everyone.
I believe it's a mech feature if you want to be able to carry a second person, and I don't think anybody took that.
I had it,
Correct.
and then I got rid of it so I could have the jump jets.
I know.
I was ready to have people in my mech so we could carry them around if I had to, but at the same time, I watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Hey kid, I got some duct tape. You want to ride the mech over to the facility and see us blow it up?
Like
Yeah,
I said, this guy
I
is a ticking time bomb of us getting discovered.
Right.
Is there enough children to give us a plate of armor if we duct tape them all to the mechs?
Wow, you guys are just getting darker than I am.
No, I was
It-
just gonna step on him. That's not dark at all.
it's more like I'm thinking that but yeah, no, it's an interesting game. I think it needs I mean, this is still, I guess, in beta. This needs a lot of streamlining. There's a lot of stepping on stuff, but
Well, it is what
Um,
they do in their Discord channel. They have an entire thing
I
about
mean,
solving the problems.
okay.
I mean, it needs some streamlining. The PDF needs to be way better. The index, with it just being flat, isn't too helpful. But I think a lot comes down to having to learn the system. If you have your favorite system and played it a long time, you just know all the kinks. But of course, there are rules like system, like all the powered by the apocalypse stuff. But for rules-heavy systems, there's always this learning phase. of
Yeah,
just your
but there's
level.
also difficulty. My favorite saw to quote is Dungeons and Dragons, where Gary Gygax says, "Oh yeah, we use level for character level, level for monster level for dungeon level for spell level, and each one the word level means 4 different things. This may be difficult for new people to discover, but nah, it's fine." And it's like, yeah, that kind of it. I mean, you can say that about anything. It's like it's not. You know, it's about Linux or whatever. It's like it's not difficult. Just learn, get good, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
We're all hardcore gamers, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with it. I would not feel as comfortable with people who aren't as hardcore as we are.
yeah. I played a German system, Das Schwarze Auge, translated like something like the Black Eye or the Dark Eye, and it has. I heard a new version, new edition is a little bit rules lightened, but there are some rules in there nobody uses because healing rules are like 4 pages. No shitting. It's
No, I
so
believe you.
complicated. And that's rule stuff where everybody's like, okay, why does it have to be this way? And that's
Yeah, I was just talking to some people about like if a rule is so complicated that no one understands it, then it's not in play.
Yeah.
And so there's no point to it existing. But you meet rules designers who well, I don't want to accuse the Lancer guy. I think the Lancer guys sincerely want to make a really good game.
Yeah.
So I think there's some choices in it that I think are low. I'm not a fan of the bracing rule because I'm not a fan of borrowing against next turn to do something this turn. That's something that can really break a lot of people. I think everyone here can handle it, but I'm talking about like I have met other gamers who will never ever do that right. And so
Right. I've seen similar things in other systems, which is basically like take cover or go prone in reaction to like being shot or something to the like.
Well,
Right, no,
Rafferty,
But it
Yeah.
ends up being very rarely used.
aren't there gifts in your Cardinal system that allow you to negate reeling, but then it's an action to refresh said gift? So wouldn't that be the same as borrowing next turn's actions?
That's different because we deliberately said you could tap this to get an extra action now, and then you have to recharge it later. And we specifically did it that way because instead what you're doing here is you're saying, okay, I can borrow against next turn to do something this turn. And first of all, it's a universal thing. So it has the first problem that everyone can do it. So if you don't understand this rule exists, you are feeding the other team and are a bad player. So that's my first issue with it. Is something everyone has to do. It's not opt in. It is a mandatory rule in the game. Otherwise, you're just taking double damage for some reason. Secondly, it's you could easily get into a situation where I brace, so I take less damage, and now I have to remember by the time I get to next turn that I did this. There's nowhere you mark on the character sheet that you're braced. There's no resource that you spend that you're braced. You could forget by the time your next turn rolls around that you did this, and
Right,
thus
you definitely have to create an additional condition to remember this.
and
the sheet here at least has like a button for remembering that you use your core power, which is okay.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. I'm saying that there are my experience has been there are some players who will never understand this, and the fact that it's a default rule in the game, you know, that applies to everyone. It's not. It's like my stock example of this is D&D's power attack. It's power attack in D&D is a penalty to hit for a bonus to damage. But you have to buy that. Like if you don't have that as a special ability, we're not having this conversation. You don't do it. You have to opt into that complexity. So other people can play the game and they're not feeding to their team because they don't have that ability. It's not relevant to them. If you make an ability like this and then make it this core part of the game, we're really into the point where you have to like know 5 or 6 different things in the game to be the baseline effective. And I think I think it's a little much. I could see there are a lot of people I know who be chased away by that.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you say. There are like several styles of role-playing games. I like the extremes, the more narrative games like Powered by the Apocalypse and Fate and stuff like that, which are very rules light and can draw in a lot of players, but of course you don't have to know that much. And there are these super strategy games like Lancer is one. If you want to play Lancer, you have to like strategy games, basically. It's not for everyone. And there are some in-between systems, and I mostly don't like in-between systems. I like the extremes better because they focus on one thing and do it well. And yeah, you're right. If you don't like playing strategic, Lancer won't be the game for you because you have to think about too much. It's not just the bracing, it's taking all these options and all the systems, because you start with a lot of systems which you can or could use and so on. It's for people who love strategy games.
Yeah, so thanks for letting me play.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll catch you all next time then.
Right.
Thanks for running, and see you later.
Next play next Sunday.